All right. Looks like we are live. What is good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to the stream. Today, we got a great show and a DK dono to start it out. It's happy DK Day. Could you please play Hothead Hop from DKC2, please? Yes, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Ipsters. Striking that first Ninja Blood. All right, let's do it. Hothead Hop, DKC2. All right, let's go. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, Mr. Ipsters. But what's good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to the stream. I hope all of you guys are having a fantastic day. I know I am. We're on the eve. Pretty much tonight, people are going to be able to play Donkey Kong Bananzas. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Tomorrow we have a big stream giving away multiple codes and having a long stream for you guys. Long DK stream, multiple hours of DK goodness that we're going to be playing. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So look out for that. Giving away some games, playing some games, having some fun. So it's going to be great. So yeah, man. Let's see here. So let's go and get into the shout outs. So if you're here in the chat, make sure you say what up. Make sure you say hi back to all my lovely, beautiful, awesome Elite Ninja here in the chat. Let's go. Hit that like button, though, guys. Hit that like button. Let them know that we are streaming. Comment, of course. Justin with the $3 dono.
I have been playing and still am Donkey Kong, and no spoilers, obviously, but it's amazing.
Yep.
And if you have a pro controller too, map the R button to one of the paddles, trust me.
Map the R button to one of the panels. Oh, yeah. I always map. Pretty much every game I map something. You know, I map something because the Switch 2 Pro Controller makes it so easy and like painless to map stuff. It's not like how it was like with the Switch 1, like where you have to completely think about the whole control scheme and the buttons and what button does what and how it's changed. Like, it's just so much easier now with 2 extra buttons. So I'll take advantage of that if you have the Switch Pro Controller, Switch 2 Pro Controller. And absolutely. Justin with the $3 dono, becoming the Hokage. And Stream Ninja. Anybody that does $3 more, you can tap or beat up my man Justin on the board. Hey, thank you so much, Justin. Appreciate that. And yes, you can get it if you're like, you know, if you do like Japan or if you do Australia or New Zealand, you do that way. You can obviously get games and play them a little bit early compared to if you live like in the West Coast or something like that, or live here in the US or in Hawaii or something. Shout outs though, guys. Appreciate that. Let's get the proper combos. Full combo awards and effects in today. Let's go. Shout out to my man Clabby. Clabby did sponsor the stream for tomorrow, guys, so that's going to be exciting. Shout out to Clabby once again. He sponsored the stream and multiple copies being given away too. So shout out to my man Clabby. Montana is here. Dior is here. General Zamora. Dream a Little Mo is here. What's up, man? Rena Habag. What's up, Rena? How you doing today, young lady? Braden Christensen, what's up, Braden? Welcome. Donovan Block Donnie is here. Mr. Nobody, wish it was available earlier. Well, it is technically. If you want to go through if you want to go through the process of getting games early, you can. You can. You just make a New Zealand or make a Japanese account, then buy eShop credit in that currency, and you can definitely play games a bit early. Let's see here. Overtime Essence. What's up, man? Welcome. Let's see here. Ryan, what's up, Ryan? Welcome. Ghost Fixer. Pro controllers these days having the Series X Elite controller too. I always like having the Pro controller. I actually don't have a Pro like the Elite controllers for Microsoft or Sony. I don't have those. I used to have an Elite controller and it literally ripped apart and broke and was like one of the worst controllers that I've ever had, honestly. I had one of those Elite controllers for Xbox, and I'm like, wow, this controller didn't last as long as like my actual real, like my normal Xbox controllers, so I never bought another Pro controller. I was looking into buying the PlayStation 5 DualSense Edge, but the battery life was just not good enough for me to spend the money on it, so I decided to just skip it. So yeah, that's a $200 controller for the PlayStation 1. What's up, Ryan Cardo, though? What's up? What's up? Welcome. What's up, party man? Says Woo back at 91. Guys, do not get any type of
valuable items.
You know, it can go. It's gonna fluctuate. So don't sing the praises yet that it went back up. It could go back down tomorrow. More reviews are coming in. There's gonna be more reviews tomorrow. More reviews the next day. There's gonna be more reviews coming in. It's probably gonna end up like 120, 130 reviews. So there's still about 40 to 50 more reviews still to come. So I mean, it's great that it went back up, but don't bank on it staying there. You know, it could go down. It could go up. You know, who knows at this point. Shout outs to Rena Habag with the 5 gifted members. Thank you so much, Rena. I appreciate that. Yo, thank you guys for the gifts, man. I appreciate it. Definitely losing a little bit of members, but we're getting some back here. Rena with the 5 gifted members. Thank you so much, Rena H with the 5. Anybody does 5 or more gifts, you can tie up or pass up Rena on the board. Get your name on the board and everything. Almost at that first extension. One more, and we get one more combo. We get a 15-minute extension on today's stream. Let's go. Thank you so much, Rena. I appreciate you. Blue Blur, Kenyatta. My Pro Controller won't turn on. Your which Pro Controller? Switch 2 Pro Controller? Switch 1 Pro Controller? Which one? Let's see here. Saw your vid. Super great. Thank you. I appreciate that, the cool guy. Yeah, today's vids were interesting. A couple of vids today. I was up bright and early. I wanted to wake up by 4 a.m. to work out, but I totally forgot to put my alarm, and I didn't wake up till like 6 a.m. So I didn't have a chance to work out today. I just had to get straight to work. But I'll try to see if I can go to sleep tonight and then wake up early tomorrow morning so I can get straight to work for you guys on something. Or maybe I'll have a video done tonight. Who knows? Series X Elite controller has survived for a few months now. And I'd say at least Pro Controller is cheaper to buy than Series X one, being nearly 140. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's true. What's up, Rajiv? DK is out here now. Yes, DK is out in most countries, most places. DK is out. It's coming out in about 4 hours. I think it'll be available at 9 p.m. PT, my time. So yeah. Let's see. I finally got a Switch 2. Walked into the store. They had one left. Oh, let's go, Mango Man. What area are you in? Don't say your city or don't say your town, but say like just the general like state. What general state? Just say the state that you're in. Just so I kind of know like in terms of how stock is going. And say the state and say the store, if you don't mind. Justin with another $3. Let's go.
Looks like Sega is listening, maybe.
I think it was always going to be a game cart. There was just wrong information. But I think it was all... Yeah, Sega did announce that they do have a 64GB cartridge for Sonic Crossworlds. But I mean, like I said, there wasn't any official information beforehand. I think there was just like non-official stuff. So, because you have to order those carts quite a bit ahead of time. So yeah, you gotta have to make that decision. Like you can't launch, like you can launch with the key card and then change it, but that just costs more money to do that. You're gonna end up just like double booking. So yeah, they probably had the decision made already. But yeah, Sonic Crossworlds, it's gonna be on a cart, but it's probably gonna be like 80. I think it's probably gonna be like $80 something or maybe more. We'll see. We will see. Not in the U.S. Sorry. Oh, not in the U.S. Okay. What country are you in, Mango Man? What country are you in? If you don't mind. How about that? You just gotta say the country then. Physical version is early. Yeah, physical version's early 2026. So yeah. Shout out to Justin. Thank you for the $3 dono. But yeah, maybe they are listening a little bit. I think as time goes on, hopefully the process becomes better and more developers opt to do that. So yeah, looks like more developers are. You know, we got Fantasy Life, we got Sonic. So it looks like there's definitely, you know, it's coming around a little bit. It's coming around a bit. That's good. Let's see here. Gonna be 70. Okay, the physical version 2 is gonna be 70. That's good if it is. I thought maybe they charge a little bit more because of that physical cartridge, but that's good if they can keep it at 70. Michelle with the 29 months, and Justin with another $3 dono.
I meant more of the fact that their first games released was keycard. Now this one isn't.
I think the first ones, I don't think they weren't gonna spend 64GB cartridges like on Yakuza and that just wasn't gonna, for ports on a system that barely just launched. That's just not. Even if I was at Sega, I wouldn't have done it. You know what I'm saying? Like, based on how much we think that the rumors are, I wouldn't have done it because I know that we wouldn't have made our money back. There's not enough people that are going to be willing to go out there and drop $70 per old port. So I wouldn't have even done it. You know, but now that you actually have new games coming out, like, you know, that people are, and like the system has a bigger install base, I think it's more worth it not at this point. But I wouldn't be dropping 64 gigabyte cartridges for like Puyo Puyo and Yakuza and like Sonic Shadow and like games that are older. I wouldn't have done it, but I get why people were upset though. But like, I think that new games coming out that are gonna have an audience, I think that, yeah, drop the money for those ones, yes, but not the beginning ones. But I feel you though, for sure. Jimmy with the tune in tier pledge. So shout outs to Jimmy, appreciate that. Thank you for the tune in tier. And flipping the switch with the $10 dono. That's the flipping the switch with the big 10. Let's go.
Relaxing poolside listening in. Cannot wait to see what everyone here thinks of Donkey Kong Bonanza. Maybe So Good Billy Mitchell comes out of retirement law.
Billy Mitchell's got to stream that. That would be huge if he streamed that. Big love to Jimmy. Big love to Justin. And also big love to flipping the switch. 28 on the board. We got the first combo breaker going. And Super Christian Bananza with the 3 as well.
OJ, I was listening to a new Rotten Mango true crime podcast and you're going live now? Loudly crying, no. JK. Rolling on the floor, laughing, rolling on the floor, laughing, rolling on the floor, laughing. All right, shout outs. Overclock, let's go.
Overclock Buster!
Let's go. Big love to my man Jimmy. Jimmy on the spot with the Simpsons avatar. Yo, my man flipping the switch with the Big 10, becoming the Hokage Extreme Ninja. Anybody that's 10 or more, my man flipping the switch with the board. Justin right behind him with the 9. Let's go. But yeah. I'm sorry. Yo, those true crime stuff is great, man. I watch a lot of true crime stuff myself, and it's really good. So yeah, big love. 31 on the board, guys. We got a 30-minute extension. Next one up at 45. And Jimmy, thank you for becoming a tune-in tier. Love to get more members, guys. Trying to get back to 500 Elite Ninjas. So if you want to join up, and if you enjoy the daily streams, it's only $1 to become a tune-in tier Elite Ninja, and it gets you badges, emotes, and into our Discord so you can play Mario Kart with us. Because I think we got Mario Kart Monday coming up, right? Yeah, we got Mario Kart coming up. I'm pretty sure, yeah, we got Mario Kart coming up. So yeah, if you want to get in on the Mario Kart, you can get in that way as well. So shout outs, guys. Appreciate that. Exclamation mark member, all lowercase. Appreciate you guys coming through and watching the stream, though. Shout outs to all the ninja coming through, watching the stream. Shout outs to everybody dropping some support, man. I'm going to keep going as hard as I can when it comes to these streams, getting everything going. Excuse me. Shout outs to Super Christian Bonanza, though. Thank you for the $3 dono, man. UK stock is kind of iffy. I got a stock checker on Amazon, restock one. You know what? I've been surprised, Mango Man, about how well the Switch 2 seems to be doing in UK. Now, I don't know if it's because Nintendo's not shipping many out there, but I'm surprised that like Mario Kart World is still the #1 game. Like, I didn't expect that. I thought it would drop off quickly. I thought it would be like maybe a week or two, and then it would drop off. But it seems like the UK, it seems, I'm not going to sit there and say it 100%, but it seems like the UK is actually like behind the Nintendo Switch 2, which is wild to me. Like, I didn't expect, well, it's not wild, but I didn't expect it. I didn't expect it. Let's see here. Yo, what's up, Stugats? What's up, man? What's up, Gaming Mariner? What's up, J-Cat? What's up, Style Boys? Donkey Kong and King Kong, the same premise. Same premise, but different. Donkey Kong is evolved. Oh, man. What is good? What is good, guys? Welcome. Thank you guys so much for coming out to the stream. Switch 2 hasn't even started yet. It will be better once the game's on cart. I mean, I think it's definitely started, man. I mean, like, this is where it starts. It starts from the beginning. That's how you build, you know, the system in terms of it getting going. Now, it's just getting in terms of, like, started. Obviously, there's going to be way more games coming out. But, I mean, the instant backlog, to me, just makes it actually much better starting out than pretty much almost every single other Nintendo system. I would probably say every other Nintendo system. And the reason why I say that is because this backwards compatibility is better than any other backwards compatibility Nintendo's ever done, and it's not even close. Like, it's not even close. So I would say out of any Nintendo system, this is probably the best start for them because of the style of backwards compatibility that it has. Nintendo's usually went with, you know, straight up backwards compatibility. Everything plays the same. There's literally no changes whatsoever. This one is definitely evolved and way better. So it makes going back and playing your older games even better than what it was before. So to me, this is the greatest backwards compatibility Nintendo's ever done, like I said, and it's not even close. You know, when it comes down to it, I'd probably say like the next best, I mean, maybe the GameCube, because with the GameCube backwards compatibility, at least at first, you had the ports in there for the GameCube controllers, so it was really easy just to transfer everything over. You had the ports in there for the memory card, so it was very easy to just get everything going right then and there with the controls that you have, the games that you have. So maybe the GameCube to Wii, and you just put the disc in there, it played it right away. So I'd probably say that was the next best backwards compatibility, or maybe DS or 3DS or something.
The bananas are so much better than the moons in Odyssey.
Oh, the bananas.
Oh, banana.
Yes, I figured that it wouldn't be as bad. Like I could just tell from just like they wanted to calm things down a little bit. I knew that it wasn't going to have as much, but I knew that it was going to be more focused. And I think they were going to take like some of the what's it called, the feedback that they got from Super Mario Odyssey and like take that to heart and make it a more focused type of game for sure. Shout outs to my man Justin. You are back on top with the $12 total. Shout outs to my man Justin. Anybody does 12 or more, you beat my man Justin at the board. Let's go. What's up, Dr. Smooth? Welcome. What is good? I want sales updates. Sales updates for what? Where I am in the UK, seeing a few people picking up Switch 2. Load now. Pick up one here too. Okay. Shout out to Ryan. Let's go. Big left to flip it Switch with the $5.
Backwards compatibility and accounts are huge.
Yeah.
Makes it less of a risk, no doubt.
Exactly. And this is actually the first time Nintendo's had complete, I would say, digital backwards compatibility, like full digital backwards compatibility. That's the first time. I don't think they've ever had one where they've had that before. Like the Wii to the Wii U, it was kind of weird how that even worked. I think they might have had something like that, but not really, you know? So yeah, definitely best backwards compatibility by far. So if you pick it up, you just, boom, you got an instant library, you know, instant library of games that are enhanced, that play better too. So yeah, absolutely. So that's why I say like the Switch 2, in my opinion, kind of hit the ground running a little bit better than previous Nintendo systems from what we've seen so far. In my opinion, like I said, in my opinion. Let's see, some of those morons give me PTSD. Morons, which ones? Do you have any JRPG franchises you would recommend on the Switch 2 other than the big ones, Persona, FF, Xenoblade? There's not that many JRPGs on the Switch 2 in general, but if you're talking about Switch 1, then yeah, look up my best Switch 1 JRPGs, and they're all there. So, you know, it's all the typical stuff that you would know, you know, Fire Emblem, Xenoblade, games like that. I mean, there's Triangle Strategy, there's Bravely Default, there's still other things like that too. I'm playing this game right now. Actually, I actually restarted it, but it's called Fantasian Neo Dimension. Highly recommend this game. It's pretty cool if you can pick it up for a good price. So I already had a digital copy, but I actually finally got my physical copy because it was $30 on Amazon. So I just restarted the file because I forgot what I was doing. I played a lot of it before, but I just forgot what I was doing. So I just restarted it on my Switch 2. So yeah, check out that game. It's pretty good. Oh, the moons give you PTSD. Okay, I got you, yeah. Do you think Nintendo's going to keep Switch brand moving forward? Switch 3, Switch 4, like PS Now? I mean, it's definitely possible. I mean, if the Switch 2 is really successful, then yeah, they'll probably just keep it with Switch 3. Let's see here. DVD night with the $1.99 says, looking forward to DKB. That's Donkey Kong Bonanza for those who don't know. Yo, let's go. Thank you for that, man. Appreciate the $2 dono. Let's go, baby. Let's see what's up, OJ. That DK review video was pretty good. Thank you, I appreciate that. Yeah, I just went over. I was gonna add it into my other video, but it went really long, so I just decided to make it into its own video. You can play Wii games on the Wii U. You can play Wii games on the Wii U. I'm very aware of that. But the backwards compatibility is absolutely awful on there because some games you can't use the gamepad to actually play the games. So therefore you have to get the Wii remotes, and then sometimes if you want to do portable play, it's weird how it even works. Like, so while it's okay, the backwards compatibility is there, but the Wii to Wii U backwards compatibility, I would say that it's not great. Also, you boot into a whole separate window, like a whole separate life from like, if you're doing a Wii game on Wii U, it just doesn't feel natural. It feels very awkward. So that's the reason why I say the Wii or GameCube to the Wii is better, because like when you put the disc in, it just instantly recognizes it. The controller ports at the top of the system. Everything just feels a bit more fluid. Wii to Wii U backwards compatibility feels really awkward. It feels awkward. So that's the reason why I say that GameCube was better. The DS to 3DS was better. I'd probably say the Game Boy Color was better. Game Boy Color to GBA was better. I'll pretty much take everything in terms of anything that Nintendo's done backwards compatibility. I'll take any of that over the Wii to Wii U. That was not good. I don't think it was very good. I personally don't, because a lot of the problem is that a lot of Wii games require Wii Remote and Nunchuck, so you can't even use the controller that comes with the system. Like, that's not good backwards compatibility. Nintendo with the Switch to Switch 2, it's completely forward and backward compatible. So if you want to use your Switch 1 controllers on your Switch 2, you can. If you want to use your Switch 2 controllers with Switch 1 games, you can. There is no disconnect. Outside of your Switch 1 Pro controllers can't wake up the system on Switch 2, but we're talking about backwards compatibility. So with backwards compatibility, imagine you not being able to use your Switch 2 Pro controller or your Switch 2 Joy-Cons with your Switch 1 games, right? So that's the reason why I say that. Flipping the Switch with the $5 dono.
MJ actually buys his games despite being an established creator, and is upfront when it's a review video. Big part of why I give mad respect.
Yeah, listen, I do get free games. I do buy a lot of games, but I also get free games all the time. So, like, you know, I don't want to discredit people who do get it for their job, because that is their job. But at the same time, yeah, I mean, I do buy the games too as well. But not, I mean, if I gotta disclose everything that I get, so it is what it is, you know? For what it's worth, I'll never let a review code or a review copy dictate how I feel about a game, though. So, because it's not that big of a deal, you know? For me, at least. Shout out to Flippin' Switch. Thank you for the $5 dono. Upping the Hokage lead to 20 on the board. Thank you so much. 41. We're almost at the 45-minute extension already. Let's go. It was cool that we got a Switch 2 firmware update to improve backwards compatibility. Did the firmware update improve backwards compatibility, or were there separate updates for games that improve backwards compatibility for specific games? DVD night. I wonder if Nintendo will design the Switch 2 like the Switch 1. Design the Switch 2 like the Switch 1. What does that mean, Dylan? What's up, Mr. Davis? Welcome to the stream. Fighting people? No, I'm not fighting anybody. The video was fire. Was OJ. Kudos to see DKB score stand once all the reviews are in. Yeah, I think it's gonna probably be, now that it's back up to a 91. I mean, there's still gonna be about 40 or more reviews coming in, so I'm guessing it's gonna land somewhere between an 89 and a 92, somewhere in between there, about a 3-point window or so. I'm hoping that it stays at a 91 or a 92, then I win the bet, you know, on the Spawncast. I got the closest, you know, I got the closest prediction to it. So I'm hoping it stays at 91 or goes up to 92. Because if it goes down to 90, then one, I don't want the score to go down. But then also two, John wins the bet on this Saturday. So I'm hoping at least till Saturday, it stays at the 91 or it goes up. So please, no more reviews. Please, no more reviews. Put in the other reviews later, after Saturday. Huddy with the 50 months of membership, Jonan Tier. And says, in prep for DK, I snagged the Switch 2 Pro controller today and surprised how much of an upgrade it is over the original. DK hype is real. Yeah, it didn't seem like it would be that big of an upgrade over the original when they first showed it, but once you actually get it in your hands, you're like, okay, this is actually a much better controller. And the funny thing is that the Switch 1 Pro controller is already a really good controller. That's the hilarious thing, you know? Justin with another $3 dono coming in.
It's so hard not to destroy everything. Lol, can I get some Budokai music? I'm very happy right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Budokai. We'll do Budokai 3 opening. It's a pretty good opening. Pretty good opening. You should have went at the 90 barrier. I should have went at the 90 barrier. I should have, because then I could have cut John off pretty easily, but John would have changed this. If I decided to do that, he would have definitely said, well, I don't want to do that because it's too close. John's not stupid. I probably should have went with 91. I should have went with 91. That's what I should have went with. But if I went with 90, John would have probably changed it to like something higher. I don't think he would have kept it. So yeah. Let's see, places. Let me tell you, Wii U was never good. All right, thanks for letting me know, Thomas. I appreciate that. Let's see, you missed my other dono. I did. Let me see. Ibsters with oh, you donated another $1. My bad, I missed that. What is your opinion of the Zelda movie casting? It's cool. I forgot to put that in the title today. Maybe we'll talk about that tomorrow. Or I'll put it in the title tomorrow. I have no idea who they are, but they looked up Bo Bragson interview on YouTube. At least she looks and sounds Zelda-like. Well, they're actors, so there's nothing that makeup and hairstylists can't do to make someone look like someone, you know? So I'm not really too worried about how they look or what they show, like, because it's a movie, so they can digitally alter your face, they can do all sorts of stuff, so that doesn't really matter to me too much. But yeah, to be honest, I don't know who they are either, and I don't really care. When the movie comes out, I'll judge the movie based off of that. I'm not judging it based off of, you know, people talking about their acting or whatever. Let me know when I actually see the movie. I'll judge it when I see the movie. So I'm not one of these weirdos that like to sit there and argue about movies. Like, I already do that with video games. I'm not doing that with movies. So when the movie comes out, I'll judge it when it comes out, you know. So, but yeah, thank you for the $1 dono. I appreciate that. Also, Rob with the $5 dono. Let's see here. DK Bananza hype, excited for tomorrow. Looking forward to your thoughts. Will you stream the game itself or just do a regular stream? I'm going to stream the game itself. We have a sponsored stream that we're going to be doing tomorrow. Felipe, I haven't looked at Nintendo Life or Digital Foundry or anything about the game because I'm going to play it myself. So I haven't looked, so I don't really know, man. So I haven't looked at anything. Let's see here. Big love, though. Let's see here. Thank you, Rob Navarro, with the $5 dono. Shout outs to my man Ipsters with the $1 dono as well. Appreciate it. Let's go. 50 on the combo board. Let's get it. Combo breaks. So now y'all complain about being unknown actors, but whine an imbecile like Jack Black and Tom Holland. I haven't seen anybody whine about there being unknown actors. I think I've seen more people praise for them being unknown actors, or not A-list actors, more like it. I think there's been more praise for it than people whining. But like, once again, I don't really care. Just like the Mario movie, people were complaining all day, and I'm like, just wait till the movie comes out. It'll probably be pretty good. And then the movie came out, and it was pretty good. So, like, that's why I don't really get caught up in movie stuff, because, like, movie stuff, it's a movie. Like, it lasts for a couple hours, then it's over. It's not a game, like, where you play a game for whatever. It's a freaking movie. So, yeah. And I lived through the original Mario Bros. Movie, and that was, like, that movie sucked, but it is what it is. Like, I lived through a lot of crappy adaptations of movies. It's never really affected me too much, you know. So yeah. Combo breaks though. Hey, what's up, Tiara? Welcome. I'm more worried about the producer than the actors. I'm not really too worried about the producers or anything because it's under the strict guidance of Nintendo. So like, Nintendo's gonna make sure everything is the way that they want it to. Like, make sure they're really hands-on. They're not licensing it out. I'd be more worried about that if they licensed it out and just said whatever, it's not our thing. But it's not a license. It's actually working with them together. So Miyamoto's there. Like, the people that know Zelda are there. So, you know, if it's not good, it's Nintendo's fault at the end of the day. It's not the actor's fault. It's not the producer's fault. It's Nintendo's fault because they're hands-on. They're like right there on set. They're not just letting them do whatever they want. Like, Nintendo has an active role in the development, in the producing, like Nintendo's right there with them. So it's Nintendo's fault if things don't go good. I don't blame none of the producers or nothing. I blame Nintendo because they're the ones who are doing this. They're the ones who are funding it. It's up to them. So yeah, that's what it comes down to. You know, it doesn't come down to anything else. But if the actors aren't good, that's Nintendo's fault for casting those actors. Like, why they cast those ones? You know, like, just like the same thing with the Mario Bros. Movie. Like, if Chris Pratt sucked as Mario, that's Nintendo's fault. That's not Chris Pratt's fault. Or if Jack Black sucks, or if all the other people suck as the different characters, that's Nintendo's fault as well. They're the ones who told them to pay them to cast, like, you know, to be in the movie. So yeah, that's how I see it as well. But isn't Miyamoto the head guy in charge? I just said that, Andre. Yeah, that's yes, that's what Nintendo. Yes, I said that's Nintendo. Miyamoto is Nintendo. Miyamoto is Nintendo. Let's see here. But after Astrobot won it last year, I don't think another family-friendly game is going to win it this year. That's kind of sad. It has nothing to do with Astrobot winning it and not being, like, family-friendly or anything like that. It's not going to win it. Donkey Kong Bonanza is not going to win it this year because the reviewers aren't going to vote for Donkey Kong Bonanza. They're going to vote for Clear Obscure Expedition 33. So that's what they're going to vote for. That's what it is. It has nothing to do with Astrobot winning it last year. Nothing to do with that. If there was a brand new Mario game that came out and it was like a 95 rated game or a 97 rated game, it would have a good chance of winning, you know, if it was that. But it's not. It's more about the fact that Clear Obscure Expedition 33 is a very special game, and that game's going to win the Game of the Year this year. Like, it's nothing to do with Donkey Kong. It's just that game's going to win Game of the Year this year. That's it, you know. Most of the time, it's already predetermined who's going to win. That's how I can always tell you guys who's going to win. The last number of years, I've been able to tell you guys well beforehand who's gonna win. So yeah, it's already predetermined that Expedition 33 is gonna win. Astronaut happened to be the release in the year, and it was not as stacked with banger releases. There was actually a lot of good releases last year. The problem was that those releases didn't appeal to the people on PlayStation.
Hot take: Og Super Mario Bros. Movie was an avant-garde masterpiece. Go watch it again. Ditto with the Zelda cartoon. It's better than you all remember.
Yeah, I've seen it again. It's I think it's really good, but I know some people don't feel the same way. But yes, it's really good. Shout outs to my man Flippin' Switch with another $5 dono, 55 on the board, almost at that 60 combo breaker. Let's go. What's up, Dr. Birdie? Welcome. Shout outs. They will vote for Death Stranding. You want to put money on that, Felipe? I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear another peep out of your mouth unless you put money on it or you become a member or something. All right. So unless you now I know if you're trolling or not. How much you want to put on that one? I bet you right now that Claire Obscure beats out Death Stranding. How much you want to put? Tell me the amount. The giveaway's not tonight. It's tomorrow. Check on the community page. It tells you when the giveaway is. Let's see here. I've watched the Mario Bros. Movie multiple times at this point. Yeah. Let's see here. Expedition has the best chance solely being a Western game. It's not about it being a Western game. That's not it. What it's about, it's that it's the highest rated game on a PlayStation platform. That gives it the highest rated chance of winning. And the Western journalists that play PlayStation love the game. You guys got to start. I say this every single year. You guys, I don't understand why you guys don't pick up on what I say. Here's the criteria for winning it. Here is the tried and true criteria. Highest rated game that PlayStation owners have access to. That is the criteria of winning game of the year. Highest rated game that PlayStation owners, PS5 or PS4 or whatever PlayStation system, they have to have access to it. If it's not on that system, the chances of it winning go down dramatically. So that is the criteria. If you go based off that, you can predict who's going to win game of the year every single year. Like, that's all you've got to do. Just, is it on PlayStation? Yes. Is it the highest rated? Yes. Okay, that's probably going to win. That's the criteria. If you go by that, you'll pick the winner every single time. Why PlayStation? Because most reviewers who vote for Game of the Year have PlayStation as their main system. That's what they play the most, is PlayStation. So that's the reason why. It's like it's the default system. Look at the reviews. If you look at the review scores, even if the game is multi-platform, what has the most review scores? For the most, if it's a console game, now if it's like a Baldur's Gate or something, that might be different. But usually, when you're talking about multi-platform games, most places play it on PlayStation. So it gets all of the default count. So the game has to be on that system in order for it to be part of the Game of the Year conversation. You know what I'm saying? Let's see here. What did Metroid Dread win again? I forget. It won like action game. I think at the Game Awards, the only thing people can say about Death Stranding 2 is the cutscenes and facial animations. Yeah, I mean, listen, Death Stranding 2 is going to get nominated for Game of the Year, but it's not going to win Game of the Year. Like, because they took what they did in Death Stranding 1 and just made it better. Okay, it's a revamp of the first game. Claire Obscure is a completely new experience that pushed something forward in a genre. They did something interesting in a genre. So that one it's higher rated by 4 points now. It's higher rated than it, and it's been higher rated than it, and it's a very interesting game, and it's an upstart studio, and it's got fantastic graphics and all sorts of good stuff, right? So that's the reason it's gonna win. It's gonna be Claire Obscure, and I agree with that choice. Like, I agree for right now. I agree with that choice. Like, I think that's, oh my god, I'm gonna get copyrighted again. Oh well, it's already too late, but whatever. I am not playing this for you Sonic weirdos. All right, here we go. Bananza might get nominated. It might not. If Metroid Prime 4 comes out and dominates the review scores, that actually might push Donkey Kong Bonanza out. But they still might go with Donkey Kong because it's more of a reinvention of the Donkey Kong series compared to a evolution or compared to more of like a continuation of the Prime games. So I think that I mean, it's like I said, Metroid Prime has to be significantly better in the review scores for it to push out Donkey Kong. Like, it's got to be like a 95, 96 rating, and I don't think it's going to get that high. I think it's going to be more of like a 92, 93 for right now. I might change my mind. Maybe like 90 or something like that. So we'll see. I think it's going to be more of a lower 90s game. I'll say that. So that's why I don't think that Metroid Prime, not right now, but we'll see. We'll see. Let me tell you, Super Mario Bros. Movie was the best movie. All right, sounds good. Highest rated game on PlayStation will likely win unless it's a third-party game up against a Sony first-party game, in which the first-party game will likely win. Yeah. I mean, there's that rare, sometimes that's the case, but most of the time, the highest rated game it's usually like a PlayStation game regardless, right? It's going to be like one of the highest, it's going to be on the system. So like, yeah, when you have like what's it called? Like a 2018 situation, like Red Dead Redemption versus God of War won it because it was a reinvention of the God of War series, right? It wasn't a continuation, it was a reinvention. Red Dead Redemption 2 was a more realistic interpretation of Red Dead Redemption 1. So it's just, they cracked up the realism to the degree, like, it's not as arcadey, and it's kind of, okay, it's like, look, it's Red Dead Redemption 1, but like a bit different. It was an evolution of it. It's a continuation and evolution of Red Dead Redemption 1. So despite, yes, Red Dead Redemption 1 or Red Dead Redemption 2 had a higher review score, the reinvention will win. You know, that will beat it out. Now, if God of War 2018 was just a continuation from God of War 3, even with that same score, I think Red Dead wins. I think Red Dead actually wins it. But the reinvention of a series gets extra bonus points over a continuation, if that makes any sense. I know that might sound a little bit weird, but that's how they vote. Trust me, that's how they vote. I know, because I've been on podcasts with the people that vote. I hear how they talk. I see what they say amongst each other. Especially if you go on Blue Sky, they're all talking about stuff. And trust me, it's clear obscure right now, guys. It's clear obscure. Let's see here. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Expedition 30 is going to win, but the whole package, it's pretty good. Story-wise, voice acting extremely fresh to all people. Exactly. Exactly. Only question I have about the Game Awards is, will Flute Guy be there? Flute Guy has to be there. I think Flute Guy will be there for sure. Flute Guy will be there. So yeah. Let's see here. I like Balatro the most last year, honestly. Balatro was really good. Turn-based RPGs don't go away. My prediction for Game of the Year nominees is Expedition 33, Donkey Kong Bananza, Silksong, DS2, Split Fiction, and MP4. I'm going to say you're a little bit off. Here's why I'm saying that you're a little bit off with those. Because you don't have Ghost of Tsushima in there. Let me tell you guys, here is the perfect example of how PlayStation will dominate a Game of the Year conversation. Ghost of Tsushima was rated an 83 average on Metacritic, and it got a Game of the Year nomination in 2020. That game was rated an 83, and it got a Game of the Year nomination over games that were rated higher. So that's how hard PlayStation goes in, right? Like, that's how hard it is. Like, when it comes down to all this, like, that's how deep it is with the PlayStation fan base there, with the people that review the games. Like, a game does not even have to be as good. I'm not saying that Ghost of Tsushima is only good, but it's worth the nomination. I'm just saying, in terms of like how stuff is nominated, it can be lower rated, right, on PlayStation, but in their eyes, it's higher rated. If you guys see what I'm saying. So like, an 83 for a Nintendo game is not equal to an 83 for a PlayStation game. An 83 for a PlayStation game is higher rated in the people's eyes who vote. Or an Xbox game, it's not as high rated as a PlayStation 83. You know? So for example, another, you know, like a even like a Death Stranding from 2019. I was like an 80 something, right? That was rated higher in their eyes. So that's what I'm saying. I just got here, so I don't know anybody mentioned Split Fiction probably going to be the winner this year, so Keely can avoid fighting and controversy. Split Fiction's not going to be the winner this year. It's going to be Expedition 33, and there's not going to be any fighting if Expedition 33 wins the Game of the Year. So I don't know what the hell you're talking about, Casual Noob. I have no idea what you're talking about. There's not going to be any fighting if Claire Obscure Expedition 33 wins Game of the Year. That makes no sense. So you're saying the Xbox tax? You're saying the Xbox tax is real? No, I'm saying that the people that review the games treat PlayStation in terms of the games that come out on there as a bit more than other games because that's what they play. They don't play Xbox and Nintendo as much, so therefore PlayStation gets a priority over other systems because that's their default system. That's what I'm saying. So it's not about an Xbox tax because Nintendo's hit with that. If that's the case, Nintendo's hit with that same tax, right? What I'm saying is that since the default system is PlayStation, it has dibs on everything starting out, right? So that's what I'm saying. Black Myth, Wukong got an 81 last year and was nominated for Game of the Year. Well, it depends on what you play it on. If you play it on, I think if you played on PC, it was better. Let me double check on that one. Yeah, but there are some games that kind of transcend a little bit of that. Black Myth was a game that was kind of crazy in terms of things. So yeah. But I'm going just generally speaking here, guys. And I think that was also a game that got more reviews on PC than it did on PlayStation. Okay, yeah, the PS5 was a 76, but the PC platform, that was an 81. But once again, you know, it's one of those things to where that was a little bit of a crazy game that kind of came out of nowhere and got that nom last year. Well, not came out of nowhere, but sold so well. But it didn't win, obviously. Let's see here. How many bonus points does Keely give for a Kojima game? Keely doesn't vote on the games. Keely doesn't pick the games. The panel picks the games. So, yeah. Also, certain genres have a hard time getting nominated. Fighting and racing. Yes, fighting and racing games don't get nominated for Game of the Year. They'll get nominated for other things, but not Game of the Year. I'm not going to sleep on Ghost of Yotei. Ghost of Yotei is probably going to get a nomination. That's why I say, like, there's not going to be 2 Nintendo games in the Game of the Year voting. There's not going to be 2. There's only going to be 1. And like I said, depending on how well Metroid Prime does, it's probably going to be Donkey Kong Bonanza, but we'll see. You know, we will see with that. Will Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild win Game of the Year again? Because why not? Okay, yeah, that's just a joke question. Not even Nintendo gets that benefit of the doubt when Sony gets for Game of the Year awards. Xenoblade 2 didn't even get nominated for Best Soundtrack. Exactly. Not nominated for anything. I mean, it did come out pretty late, though, but I think it was in the next years. They already forgot about it. So yeah. So that's just kind of how it is. It's not like it's just how it is. That's just how it is. If it was like in the 360 era, like the 360, like if we had the Game Awards in the 360 era, I think it would have been slided a bit towards 360 because most of the mainstream media was playing 360 over PS3. A lot of the mainstream media, like reviews went up on 360. That was like the main platform where review codes were. So it might have been different in the 360 era where 360 would be the dominant system getting all the nominations more so than anything. But yeah, like I said, we didn't have the Game Awards in the 360 era, at least the Keeley Game Awards. Like we had really weird Game Award shows like the Spike TV Awards. Those sucked. So worse than the Keeley Awards, way worse. Keeley Awards makes it look like goated. This is Final Fantasy VI Decisive Battle. It's a boss theme remix though. MK World is good. It should be 97 Metacritic. It's my game of the year. I don't think it should be a 97, but it's definitely a good game. So we're not getting a Donkey Kong 64 Shadow drop? No, and there's no need to. The game's not good. Let people actually play a good Donkey Kong game. So yeah. Will Yotei even make the deadline for Game of the Year? It will. It's coming out, what? Isn't it October or November? It's coming out soon. Ghost of Yotei is coming out very soon. Of course they'll make the deadline. Sony will make sure that it makes the deadline too. Like they'll give review codes hella early if they have to. But yeah, here's the nominees are going to be Expedition 33. Right now, they could change later. Expedition 33, Split Fiction, Ghost of Yotei, what else did I have? There was one more game that I was missing. What's that one game? I'm gonna go with Donkey Kong Bonanza for right now. Donkey Kong Bonanza, And then I'm gonna go with Blueprints, the indie game. Blueprints. So there's like one spot left. Oh yeah, Death Stranding. There you go. That's the game that I was thinking about. Death Stranding. Death Stranding. Death Stranding. These are the 6 games right now. Like I said, it could change. It could change. Like Silksong could take Blueprints' spot depending on how good Silksong is. But Silksong is a continuation. Blueprints is a completely new game. So I think Blueprints might have that spot secured. But right now, these are the nominees that I don't see. I mean, it could change, but these might be it. Expedition 33, Split Fiction, Death Stranding, Ghost of Yotei, Donkey Kong Bonanza, and Blueprints. Once again, they could swap Donkey Kong for Metroid Prime 4. Could swap Blueprints for Silksong. We'll see. Let's see here. Death Stranding and Kingdom Come Deliverance. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 isn't going to make it. No, that's not going to make it. Too many 90 rated games this year. Every game on this list, with the exception of Death Stranding, is 90 rated. Well, Ghost of Yotei is not out yet, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be a 90 rated game. So, or it's going to be high 80s, very high 80s. So I don't see Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 making it. I see Ghost of Yotei making it over that. I see Split Fiction, Expedition, Split Fiction, Death Stranding, Ghost of Yotei, Donkey Kong Bonanza, and Blueprints. Once again, could change up some things, but yeah. Mina the Hollower. Hey, that'd be great if Mina the Hollower, at least indie game of the year for sure. We've been waiting forever. Silksong, yeah. South of Midnight would be on my list. Yeah, South of Midnight has no chance of making it for game of the year list, but yeah, personal list, absolutely. Absolutely. Metroid, like I said this before, guys. Donkey Kong and Metroid could swap, depending on how high Metroid does. Like if Metroid does like 95, 96, then yeah, they could put that in instead of Donkey Kong. But once again, I don't see Metroid getting that high. I see it being more of a lower 90s game. So yeah. I think Metroid Prime won most Game of the Year awards in 2002, but that was then. Yeah, that was in 2002. That was it did win a ton of Game of the Year awards back then, but that was 23 years ago. So very different landscape. The true Game of the Year movie, Trails of the Sky remake. I'm looking forward to Trails of the Sky for sure. Odyssey and Breath of the Wild were both nominated. Yes, Odyssey and Breath of the Wild were both nominated, but obviously that was a long time ago at this point. And once again, both of those games were nominated in the high 97. Both of those games were nominated at a 97. Yeah, Donkey Kong Bonanza is not at a 97. Now, if Donkey Kong Bonanza was nominated at a 97, and so was Metroid Prime, then I'd say, oh yeah, they're probably both going to be in. But yeah, Donkey Kong Bonanza is a 91, tiptoeing to 90, kind of straddling back and forth. So yeah, they can definitely knock one of those games out. Metroid Prime could or could not. Personally, I watch TGS for the announcements because they don't have a good system for the awards. I agree. I think the announcements are the cool thing about it. Metroid Prime 4 would need to have an atmosphere, story, and something different, new. Yeah, it'd have to have a lot for it to really score super high. And I don't know if that's going to be the case. I think that they're going to make a solid, great, cool Metroid Prime game with some cool stuff like with the psychic abilities. But it's going to be like, hey, if you've been there, you like that, you've done it a little bit, now you're doing it a little bit more, and it runs perfect. You know, I think that's the focus of the game. The focus isn't trying to make some type of crazy reinvention that captures, you know, all of a sudden, oh, it's like a 99 Metacritic. I don't think that's the goal of the game. It's a Switch 1 game, too. It's also a Switch 1 game. So yeah. Metroid could end up being groundbreaking. I don't see that, but I mean, I hope it is. I don't see it, but I actually hope it is, though. I hope it is. My hype for Prime 4, but it's the 4th game in the series. It's going to be hard for them to do anything crazy. Exactly, innovation-wise, it's going to be hard. It's a Prime game. It's a Prime game through in and throughout with some extra cool psychic abilities and some other stuff. So the story would have to slap like super hard. MP4 has air dashes down, gonna feel good. Yeah. You know what they really should do if they really wanted to get to that? I think if they make Metroid Prime 5, they make it a third person behind the back with some cool other stuff. But that would piss off the fans, so they're not gonna do it. That'd be one way if you want to kind of really reinvent it to try to see if you can win something. Get like a 90, like 97 or 98 or something like that. That'd be one way, because that's how Metroid Prime originally got that crazy rating that it got. It just did something super crazy different and was really good. So if they add some multiplayer aspect, they might be able to over the hump. I don't think multiplayer is going to do it, and the reason why I don't think that, Lupak, is because the multiplayer isn't going to be anything substantial. Like it's not a multiplayer game. You can tell that the focus isn't multiplayer, because if the focus was actually multiplayer, they would have already said something. So if there is multiplayer, it's going to be nothing that great. So I don't think that takes it over the hump, especially when we got stuff like Splatoon, which has a real big focus on multiplayer. So I don't think even if they did, like, would it be better than Splatoon's? I don't think so. You know, so that's the thing that I would say. Even that, I don't think that would help it. You know. But yeah, if they did like a really crazy multiplayer that actually was incredible, but that would take the focus off the single player, right? So it's like, in today's day, games are so expensive to develop, it's hard to actually have an incredible single player and multiplayer. Very few games have that in today's day. Back then, we had it all the time, but in today's day, it's hard to do both. So, yeah. Bananza's probably like a 94, 95, since some of the reviewers sandbagged the review, allegedly. Yeah, I don't know about all that, man. Listen, just because a reviewer says something doesn't mean it is that. If you play the game, it could be a 10 out of 10 to you, or it could be a 1 out of 10 for you, you know? Like, it can go both ways, man. Hey, what's up? Shinru says, DK Bananza hype. Can't wait to get my copy tomorrow. Hey, let's go. Thank you so much, Shinru. Good to see you here, man. Welcome. Big love to everybody here. Big love to my man flipping the switch. Thank you for the multiple dono drops today. Appreciate that. Combo breakers. 50 on the board. Close to that 60 combo breaker. Let's go. Dragon Drive can be a sleeper game of the year. Yeah, right. TK Bananza 10 out of 10 from IGN. I mean, listen, that's great. You know, that's great. I'll be honest though, I don't really read full reviews from any review site. You in third, I know, me in third person party, man. I don't read any full review from any site, and I don't actually take any review that anybody says like super seriously. I just don't. So even though I go over review roundups, that's just to get the general gist of how people see things. But do I actually read the full review of like all these games? No, I don't. And the reason why I don't, because I don't care about their opinion. Like I don't actually truly care. I'm just going over what people are saying about the game. Like, what are people saying about the game? You know, and that's good if it's good. There's some things that are objectively true. We can point those out, you know, but that doesn't affect what I'm thinking, you know. So I go based off of like my own personal thoughts and stuff like that. So yeah. What Culture Gaming said it's not challenging at all. I guarantee you What Culture Gaming didn't 100% the game and didn't do all like the side quests and stuff like that. Guarantee you that. I want to play Bananza and continue to ignore the complaining. Yeah. We haven't seen any one of those 6 out of 10 clowns. That was Tears of the Kingdom. Where Rando did that. Dude, that's crazy though, because Tears of the Kingdom still had like a 96 average though, you know. You think Nintendo would do an Ask the Developer for MP4 to hear the folks at Retro? I think that they might do that, yeah. I think they might do an Ask the Developer for all of their main big games, you know? Yeah. Just to see the same reviewer that gave Mario and Luigi a 5, the same reviewer that gave Mario and Luigi a 5. Well, those are very different games, so that's not really that interesting. I mean, Mario and Luigi and Donkey Kong Bonanza play nothing alike, so yeah. I just think Game of the Year nomination speculation is fun. Yeah, it can be fun. It can be fun for sure. Picking up DK physical in the AM, hopefully. Yo, let's go. Do you worry about difficulty of Bonanza if journalists are rating it highly? Journalists are not good at games typically. I don't worry about what journalists have to say about anything.
Challenges can be hard, don't worry.
I know. That's the reason why I said I said I guarantee you What Culture Gaming has no idea what they're talking about, and they didn't do the challenges. Because I can tell from actually seeing the game that there was some interesting challenges in there, and they'd ramp up in difficulty. It's DK. Of course it's going to be harder. There's going to be, so I don't really care what anybody, and that's do you see why I don't care what reviewers have to say? And most of, like, when they say something, I don't care. I'll experience it myself, or I've already seen, like, you know, what they're, like, challenge. I've already seen the game. Like, I already know that the game will have challenges and it'll be more difficult. I don't care what Culture Gaming does, like, or what culture, like, who the hell is What Culture? Like, who is even What Culture? I have no idea who they are, if they're even gamers or whatever. So why should I care? You know? Like, if I wasn't trying to be mean, but that's the reason why I brush off people. I'm like, I've already seen like the challenges and stuff like that, so I know that it's gonna be fun. So there's no. And like I said, who the hell is what culture? Like, who are they? I don't know who they are. So yeah. We'll see DK unlocking at midnight, or do we gotta wait till 8 a.m. tomorrow morning? It's probably unlocking at midnight. Are there any actually worried about anything with video games? Are any of you actually worried about anything? Yeah, there's nothing that I actually truly worry about. But I guess in the context of discussing the game itself, that's where the worry can kind of come through, right? Let's see here. Exactly. They're very different types of game shows that the dude is critical on some level, doesn't just throw fly. Yeah, like, it's a different game. Just because it's Nintendo, that doesn't mean, just because you like Nintendo games, that doesn't mean every game is a 10 out of 10 for you. Donkey Kong Bonanza and Mario and Luigi are completely different games. Like, that's completely different games. He's allowed to not like one game and then like the other game. Now, do I agree with the review of that? No. But he's allowed to not like one game and like another game. It's not like it's a blanket statement for all Nintendo games. Hey, I'm gonna like everything. I don't like everything. There's some games that I don't like. There's some games that I like. And there's games that I like a lot more than other games, you know? So, this is how it is. Hey, take it easy, Jimmy. Thanks for coming out to the stream. Thank you for becoming a Chuden Tier Elite Ninja. And big love to Justin. Thank you once again, man, for that $3 dono coming in. Appreciate that. 2 combos away, guys, from the 60 combo board. Let's go. So yeah. Let's see here. Coming soon. Forbes 9.5 out of 10. DK Bonanza coming soon. What do you mean by that? So it's not, their review is not up, or what do you mean by that, Settery? Let's see, people getting worried about games online confuse me. I think that's not even that big of a, like, to me, I can understand worrying a little bit about games, because, like, if the game's not good or whatever. The thing that gets me is people worrying about what other people buy with their money for games. Like, apparently, Ant Dude did a big Switch launch video, and people were salty as hell where he spent his own money. I mean, that to me is like, that is the weirdest thing, because that type of stuff will get you, like, drop kicked in IRL. Like, you know, it's like, imagine if somebody came up to you and just started cussing you out or saying some weird stuff to you at the game store. Like, it'd be like, get out of my face, bro, before I remove you out of my face, you know? So, like, that's the type of stuff that's just, like, goofy and weird behavior, in my opinion. Let's see here. So yeah. Forbes, a financial outlet. That was the meme. That was the meme. The 9.5 out of 10. What's the meme? I don't get it. I don't know if you saw my comment, but basically I think Metroid is going to be what Mario Odyssey was to 3D Mario games years to come. People are going to talk about its influence. I highly doubt Metroid Prime. Metroid Prime 4? I highly doubt Metroid Prime 4 is gonna be like that. I highly doubt that it will be. You know what? If it is, hey, more power to it, the upgrade path. But I highly doubt that is gonna be the case. But I want it to be the case. Like, I would be ecstatic if that was the case. So yeah. Can't stand pocket watches. I know, seriously, can't stand pocket watches, man. The only video game worry I have is when Monolith Soft's next game coming. I'm worried about that. And exactly, like, if it drops to 30 during boss fights or during a boss fight or whatever, that's a worry for gamers or whatever the case is. And that's the reason why the game doesn't maybe have like a 97 or something like that, right? Obviously, you can be critical. People have pointed that out. Doesn't mean that the game is terrible or trash or the worst game ever. Case in point, Elden Ring. Elden Ring had as a 96 average on Metacritic and does not run particularly well all the time. There are frame rate drops all the time in that game, in the open world, during boss fights, all over the place. And the game's still rated super high. So it doesn't kill the experience for many people. For most people, it doesn't. So, yeah. June Kim with the subscription. Appreciate that, June Kim. Thank you so much for the subscription. Let's see here. Johnny with the $2.99. And thank you for the $2.99. That'd be a spoiler, Dylan. So nobody answer that if you know the question. Don't. That's a spoiler. Some people don't want to know about that. So don't worry about it. Or seek it out online if you want that. But please, for people that are playing, don't answer that or don't say that, because that can be a spoiler for some. Johnny, thank you for the $3 dono, man. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for the $3 dono. Let's go. From Johnny with the super sticker. 61 on the board. Yo, we out here. Combo breaks. Almost at that platinum combo. Let's go. Excuse me. Metroid Prime 4 has something truly revolutionary. I think it would have shown it off by now. Not necessarily, because we don't even have a release date by now. So that's not necessarily the case. But we'll see. We will see. No, it's okay, Dylan. You didn't know. Most people don't consider that a spoiler either. However many gems there are or whatever. Most people don't consider that a spoiler. But not right now before the game even launches. Maybe once we actually get going and then people have been playing it and they've collected, and then maybe like, okay, then we can talk about that. But not before the game even drops. Like officially drops everywhere. Let's see here. Prime 4 looks like 4th Prime. I think it was Silk Song. We'll have ridiculously huge expectations. Silk Song? Okay. No, we're not going to talk about it tomorrow either. You see, Red Dead Redemption 2 runs at 30 FPS on PS4 and Xbox One. It does, but that was in 2018. So, and that's like a huge, massive open world game. I know Donkey Kong has a lot going on. It's a really intensive game because of the voxel tech. So yeah. Thank you for the heads up. No problem, man. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you being here, Casual Noob. Let's go. So yeah, let's go. Tomorrow we're gonna have a stream for Donkey Kong Bananza. It is gonna be a fun stream. We're gonna be giving away some copies. It's gonna be a lot of great stuff, man. I'm looking forward to it quite a bit. So looking forward to the stream for tomorrow. Make sure you guys, if you have not hit that like button on today's stream, make sure you hit that like button. Let them know that we are streaming. So I appreciate you guys coming through. Hit that like button. If you have not hit that like button yet, hit that like button. Let them know that we are streaming. So yeah. Felipe, you're not actually worried about that, man. It's okay, bro. It's okay. The game is rated good. The game is fine. Like, it got dinged for that. Some reviewers dinged it for it, so it got what it got. I mean, nobody was worried about Elden Ring and future games with that, or nobody's worried about any other stuff, because most games don't run completely perfect. You know what I'm saying? So you're not actually worried about that, man. You're not truly worried. You've literally, this whole time, you've been just bringing up stuff to try to get people's attention in the stream. You're just trolling for no reason, bro. We already heard you. The game got dinged for it. It's not like it's a 97 or a 98 average. It's a freaking 91, right? So it got dinged for it, and you've been doing that this whole stream. So guys, stop arguing with Felipe. He's just trolling. This whole stream, he's trolling. We already heard you. You've been saying the same thing now for like almost an hour. Like you've been going on that for about, yeah, you've been going on that for about an hour now, Felipe. Like, give it a break, bro. We heard you. All right. Let's see here. OJ gonna be like, damn, he was right. What with Metroid Prime 4? I wish listen, if I'm wrong, I'll say that I'm wrong. I'll say that I'm wrong, 100% say that I'm wrong. Tomorrow I'm going to travel during the day and pick up the Bananza, so I vote with nighttime stream. So if I have a say night, well, it's going to be the same time that we have our streams. It's going to be around 4 o'clock my time, so it's going to be the same time. But I mean, listen, it's not your stream though, Casual Noob. It's Clabby. Clabby sponsored it, so we're gonna go around the time that he would want. I'm not trying to be mean, but it's he sponsored the stream, so we'd go around the time that he would want, not you per se. No offense. I appreciate your support, Casual Noob. I appreciate you, but Clabby did sponsor the stream, so we'd go around the time that he would want. Let's see here. Metroid Prime 4 will probably be nominated for Best Action Game. And we'll probably have to compete with Ninja Gaiden 4. Yeah, Ninja Gaiden 4 is definitely going to be an Action Game of the Year nomination for sure, 100%. So yeah. I can't see Prime 4 being some type of ultra groundbreaking game. No doubt it would be very good. Yeah, that's how I see it. I think it's going to be really good game, very polished game. I don't think it's going to be like super groundbreaking. Now, will it be groundbreaking for Metroid Prime fans? Yes, because they haven't had a freaking real Metroid Prime game in almost 20 years. Believe it or not, the last actual real Metroid Prime game was in 2007. I was a junior in college. So it's been like 20 years since a real Prime game has came out. 2007, that was the last time on the Wii, on the Nintendo Wii. So for core Metroid Prime fans, yes, it'll be a revolution to them. Remember, this is the first time that there's been a Metroid Prime game in HD. It's the first time that we're actually getting a continuation with stronger hardware. It's the first time that we're actually getting so many different things with the Prime series. So for some Prime fans, that will be a revelation to them. It'll be a revolution for them. But maybe for everybody else, no. But for Prime fans, it might be, you know? Federation Force is not a real Metroid Prime game. You don't even really play as Samus. You play as a Federation Force. That's not a real Metroid Prime game. It's not even numbered. How is that a real Metroid Prime game? Then Metroid Prime Federation Force is Metroid Prime 4. Well, then Metroid Prime 4 is Metroid Prime 5. Is that what you guys are telling me? Come on now. Why are you saying Federation Force? What about it? It's not... We went from Metroid Prime 3, now we're at Metroid Prime 4. Federation Force is not counted as anything, so I don't understand why y'all bringing that out. As if it's some type of... Like, as if it counts when you guys know it doesn't. Some of y'all trolling though. Some of y'all trolling, and I understand that. Let's see here. I watched some Nen Impact online gameplay, and yikes, I haven't seen any online gameplay yet. Tell me what it's like though. Is it jank? Yes, I'm gonna be streaming DK Bananza. Yes, I will be. I'll be giving away a copy of the game too, and I'll be streaming it tomorrow, around 4:30 ish or so. 7:30 Eastern. Yo, Justin with the 3.
I barely noticed any frame drops, and whenever I do, I try the same thing on handheld, and because of VRR, it's not noticeable at all to me.
Really? Maybe it's because you're having so much fun punching the hell out of things. So, yeah, we'll see. I think the VRR would definitely help a little bit. I know, like, Guardians of Azuma, I think the VRR helps, like, with that, because anytime in that game, you'll get drops, like, when you fast travel to like your home base or whatever. Like as soon as like you go into like your shrine, there'll be drops, like pretty hard on dock, but on portable mode it's a bit smoother, so maybe it's something like that. So yeah. Super jank, broken characters, lots of touch of death. What's going on, man? They legitimately delayed the game to be ass. Like how do you delay the game and still I wonder how that first version was before the delay. The delay, dude, did it even play? Was it just everything was just like one button kills? That's insane. Let's see here. You think that there's no more surprises that Prime 4 can bring up? Oh no, I think that there's definitely surprises that it can bring up. I'm just not sure if it's gonna be like some type of revolution, but yeah, there's definitely surprises. There are too many games. I need Nintendo to make less games and more remove some games. I think they have a good cadence of games. I think once a month or so is pretty good cadence. So yeah. Too many tag fighters announced coming out. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, bro. That's wild that they didn't that Nen Impact is like not good. Or it's like it looks like it might not be good. That sucks, man. Let's see here. It got a patch today, I think. It was delayed for rollback. Yes, I think it was delayed for that, but they also delayed it probably to help balance things out a little bit too. But yeah, we'll see. I'll probably pick up the game later. If they fix it, I'll probably pick up the game later. I don't know if it's a day one buy anymore, but we'll see. We'll see. It is aiding fun. Okay, yeah, I definitely think it's like a 80. Like, I'm pretty sure if you pick up Nen Impact, they'll be fun. Like, I don't think Nen Impact will be, like, not fun. Like, if you pick it up, like, it'll be fun to, you know, tag in and out and have your characters. And if you like, you know, Hunter, like, yeah, it'll be, like, the classic, you know, cheesy aiding fun, for sure. But, like, I still want a balanced game as well, you know? I still kind of want a little bit of a balanced game, too. So yeah. Hunter game, if you wanted to remain true to the manga, would have made you wait 6 to 12 months between fights. Yeah, maybe. Bro, I felt my soul leave. Oh, I'm not copying day one. Yeah, it is what it is. But I'll support it. I'll probably buy the game, just not play it. I'll probably pick it up and just not play it, though. So, we'll see. Let's see here. Net Impact's fun, but it's jank fun. Okay, yeah, jank fun. Yeah. I don't have time for jank fun right now. I don't have time for jank fun. There's too many good games coming out. Big love to Justin once again. Justin, I don't know how close you are to the Hokage or not. I'm gonna 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, yeah, actually, okay, no, 21. Okay, so you're close. Close. Shout out, Justin. I thought maybe you were the Hokage, so I would have got you on the Hokage board. My bad. I mean, if a game is DOA, matchmaking might take as long as the Hunter x Hunter chapters. Well, I don't know about all that. I don't know about the matchmaking and all that with the game, so don't quote me on that one. I haven't seen any of the final build or anything, so yeah. I get my jank in Mario Kart, so I'm good. Yeah. I mean, if you play too many multiplayer games, you just end up being an angry person, like probably depressed. Probably depressed. Probably end up becoming really, really depressed. So yeah, that's what happened. That's what I see when people play too many multiplayer games, you know. So yeah. What's up, Anthony Smith? Shout outs, man. Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? I know I almost had to catch myself for a second there. Yeah, I caught myself. Had to catch myself for a bit. Get hit with like 15 different bans on from YouTube's automatic system, you know? So don't want that to happen. Let's see, nah, man, you just have to make sure you win every match. Yeah, right. That'd be like if you're playing Mario Kart, you're playing a jank fighting game. You're playing like what else? Any other multiplayer, like a shooter, like a toxic shooter, like Call of Duty or something. Like that's the type of stuff that'll make you tear your hair out. Like, or if you're playing like Madden, no, I'm good. I used to play all those. I'm good on all that, you know. I'm super good at all that. But no, I mean, like, kind of getting back to Donkey Kong Bonanza, man. I'm like I said, I'm looking forward to, you know, the reviews so far. Right now, I am winning the bet right now with the Spawncast. I am winning because I said that the game was going to be a 92 rated game. I'm very close. It's a 91 rated game. Shout out to everybody that's watching coming through. Make sure you guys hit that like button. If you have not hit that like button, hit that like button. Let them know that we're streaming right now. So appreciate that, guys. Hit that like button. But right now, I'm kind of winning the bet. So we'll see. Sorry, guys, if you guys hear like a double thing. So we'll see if it actually, you know, if I actually can follow through with it. If it actually follows through and all that good stuff, you know. Let's see if Tokan comes out the same year in the next Smash, which one wins Game of the Year? None of them would win Game of the Year because fighting games like that don't win Game of the Year. Bro, just playing Mario Kart and Smash can make you go insane. Yeah, and I've done that combo and it sucks. It's terrible. I can see some dude drinking in a bar saying League ruined my life, bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah, Luis, I agree. Dude, if you play League and Mario Kart and like Madden, I'm pretty sure that you would explode. I'm pretty sure that at some point you would literally explode, or you might get like your heart just might stop at some point. Like, so yeah, I don't recommend playing too many, you know, multiplayer, like toxic multiplayer games. So yeah. I haven't seen the Sagat trailer. It doesn't make me want to play Street Fighter 6 right now because once again, I just don't really feel like I'm not really in the multiplayer mood. I'm kind of like in a single player mood, and I'm not really in a multiplayer mood right now. So I haven't been playing Mario Kart World as much. I've been playing it a little bit, but not as much. So I've been playing single player games. I started back up Fantasia Neo Dimension. Started that back up. I already played it before, but I was like, let me just start the new file on the Switch too. So got the physical copy. So I don't know why I started it up though recently, because I'm playing Donkey Kong from like tomorrow and on. So yeah. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, man. I was playing Splatoon one day, got so mad, broke your Switch. Okay, Splatoon ain't worth getting that angry over. Splatoon's not a serious enough game to get that angry over. So, I don't think that Sakurai's actually waiting to finish Kirby before Smash. I think he's actually working on both. I think Sakurai's actually working on Kirby, and he's also working on Super Smash Brothers. But that's just my opinion. Tony Hawk is a single player. You get that heart speed up feeling playing it too. I don't know why you get your playing Tony Hawk. No, that game ain't serious enough to get upset. It's Tony Hawk. It's Tony Hawk. There ain't nothing to get that upset about. So yeah. Too many multiplayer games might put you in a clinical depression. Yes. Too many multiplayer games just get you feeling like snappy with people. Just gets you feeling, I don't know, man. Like I've done it before, and it's just something that I don't really feel like doing again, you know. So yeah. What up, OJ? Who said 91 for the bet? Nobody said 91. I said 92. So I'm the closest right now. John said 89. I said 91. I think Josie said 93. And I think, or Josie said 94, or Celia said 93 or 94. So it went like 92, 93, 94. And then John said 89. So if it's a 90 by Saturday, John wins the bet because he's 1 away. I'm 2 away. If it's a 91, I win the bet because I'm only 1 away and he's 2 away. So I'm hoping it stays at a 91 or it goes up to a 92. If it goes up to a 92, I pretty much win because it'd be tough for it to drop down 2 points within that time frame from right now. Today is what, Wednesday? It'd be tough for it to drop down from 92 to 90 or by Saturday, you know. So I'm hoping it just stays put. Stay put right now. Do not drop, you know. What do I win? I get a free copy of the game. They're all gonna pitch in and get me a free copy of the game. So yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, I can see Sakurai doing a bunch of pre-production for Smash at the moment, since Kirby's probably close to releasing. I think Kirby's pretty much done. I think that one's pretty much done at this point. They're just waiting to slot it in or give it a release date. I can only get a few multiplayer games at one time per genre. Yes. I was multiplayer bum at one point. Honestly, did not want to get back to that. I'll still play, but not nearly as invested. Yeah, I was too at some point, but I just can't. I can't really do it all the time. I can't do it. There's just too much, man. Let's play some Donkey Kong. Let's see here. What's up, Jared? Shout outs, man. Welcome. But yeah, that's the bet. Cold K. What's up, Cold K? Also, if Beat Queen's here, I haven't said what up to Beat Queen if she's here. Shout outs to Beat Queen. Shout outs to Beat Queen. Let me see. I don't think Beat Queen's here today. I think she's busy. All right. It's all good. She watched the replay. Shout outs to Beat Queen. Love you. Cold K says, player, since do you think the game will be available tonight? It's going to be available tonight, yeah, right at 9 p.m. PT. So 9:01 p.m. PT. So it'll be available if you're like what, Central Time. So yeah, I'll be available by 11 your time. You think Marvel Rivals could come to Switch 2? Yeah, they always said that it is coming to Switch 2. They already talked about that. So they just got a development kit. So maybe it'll come out later this year. It'll come out next year or something like that. So yeah, they've already talked about it. I had a video on it too as well. You can look it up, see what they had to say. Switch 2 up at Walmart right now. Nice. Go out there, get it, Glacier Boy, or you already have one, right? So if you're someone you want to Switch 2, check Walmart. They might have some right now in your area. I can get Bananza right now digitally, but I'd rather wait and get the physical release. Yeah, physical version's good. What up, OJ? One more day of work. Took Friday off. DKB all weekend. Yes, sir. Yeah, I was shouting out for others. Yes, so thank you for letting us know, Glacier Boy. I actually appreciate that. So if you want to pick up a Switch 2, they have them at Walmart. Let me check my Walmart to see if they have them there, because sometimes they don't have them at all Walmarts. So Walmart, Switch 2, like I hate how Walmart actually has like third-party sellers like in their actual like when you look up stuff. I hate that. It pisses me off. I hate how Walmart does that. Yeah, they don't. Walmart doesn't have any. Well, they don't have any for the price that it's supposed to be. They have it for the, what's it called, price. They have it for like the third-party sellers. So yeah, they don't have them. Switch to console. You can, oh, never mind. They do, but you have to just they're doing the same thing. Never mind, they do have them. You just have to stay in line. You have to just stay in line and get in a line to get them. So they're doing it. They're doing anti-scalping. That's what they're doing. Okay, so that's what it is. They're doing anti-scalping measures. So go get in line, guys. If you want one, go get in line at Walmart. Not physically, online. Get in the line on the digitally, and you can see if you can get one. Just sign in and go sign up there and have a second screen open, and you can watch the stream, or have a tablet or something else open while you watch or something like that. So yeah. What's up, Seagull Seagull? What's up, man? I misspoke. Which one is going to win Fighting Game of the Year category for TGAs? I'm not sure. We gotta wait and see what the reviews are. Adroxys, you still don't have one. That's crazy. I feel like Capcom could get something like Pragmata or Onimusha to run on the Switch 2. Those are the games that would be able to play on the go. Yeah, we'll probably see both of those. Well, we'll probably see Onimusha at least. I don't know about Pragmata, but yeah, we'll probably see Onimusha. OG, did you see that Sonic Racing has full physical release? Yeah, I did see it. Good for Sonic Racing. Feel like Capcom could get something. Oh god, I read that. My bad. Yeah. Let's see. A game didn't get midnight release, so I gotta wait till GameStop opens at 12 p.m. Yeah, let's get like the physical release for that. No. They need that Switch 2 port for Marvel Rivals being cross progression. Yeah, that'd be good if they had it. I think they'll get it eventually. They've openly talked about wanting to put it on there. I think they said that they're just getting a development kit too. So and there were some rumors from some people that are credible on Marvel Rivals. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it'll happen at some point, guys. Like just like how Overwatch eventually came to like Switch 1, and then there's Overwatch. I mean, Overwatch 2 and Overwatch. Well, now Overwatch 1, it just got rolled into Overwatch 2. But those Overwatch 2, does it run at 60 FPS on Switch 2, or is it at 30? Because I didn't know if it was uncapped or not. So I don't ever hear anybody even talk about Overwatch anymore. So Overwatch was such a big deal. That one game of the year, by the way. That one game of the year. That one game of the year in 2016. So it's 30. Unfortunately, they should have went with uncapped. Why didn't they go with uncapped on Switch 1? It's crazy. I recently had a dream that they announced Mario Kart World DLC and it contained crossover characters. Party man, you play it that much. I can see you dreaming about it. Y'all here in Discord's playing. Only thing I want to hear from Capcom's about this Beautiful Joe and Final Fight sequels. Well, Beautiful Joe, that might happen like NSO. I don't know about Final Fight sequels though. Do you think it could possible that Pokemon pushed back to October just because of Metroid Pokemon always November? Has to be a reason. Push back? You mean push forward because Pokemon is usually November? I mean it could be. They could have just slotted it differently, you know. But yeah, I mean Pokemon sometimes. Pokemon Legends came out. Arceus came out in January, so I mean, I don't think that there's any set. It has to be like for Legends games in particular. I don't think that there's any set thing for that because. Like I said, Arceus came out in, what, was it January or was it February? It was like either like late January or like early February in 2022. So yeah. Discord races are fun. I know, but dude, you have like 160 hours in the game or something like that. So like, I would dream about the game too. I mean, I dreamt about games. Like if I play a game for like 100 hours, I definitely have dreams about it and stuff. January. Okay, so there you go. So I don't know if there's any type of set pattern for Pokemon games, like Pokemon Legends games at least. Do you think they can announce Gen 10 right now? Right now, the Pokemon Presents, or is it too early? It might be a little bit too early. I would probably say wait. If Gen 10's coming out next year, which I think it's coming out next year, I would say wait till the Pokemon Presents in January to announce it. Because like if you announce it now, at this point you overshadow your release that's already coming. That's coming out like that still has months to come till it comes out. So. I mean, I would say probably wait, but they can do like a little teaser probably. But I would say wait till like early next year to announce it. So, but that's what I would say. But I mean, they might not. They might tease it or something. I'm full up on multiplayer games. Just playing Mario Kart World and Splatoon 3. Those are, I mean, depending on how you feel about those games, those can be more chill in terms of the game. I think Splatoon 3 is far less aggravating. I mean, depending on like who you're playing with and like what game mode you're playing. But if you're just playing Turf War, I mean, like Splatoon is actually like the most chill. If you're just playing Turf War, it's like it doesn't really matter. I don't care if I win or lose in Turf War. Like I just shoot ink and dodge roll around a couple times. But yeah, I'm not serious in Splatoon, so. I'm playing through Pokemon Scarlet, so I gotta switch to. I'm just astonished these kids have it so easy now. I know, it's so much easier, like to EV train, to level up, to everything. Like it's crazy compared to how it was before. The games just move way faster, like the dialogue and all that. One of the worst things about old school Pokemon games is how slow the games move. The games move like it felt like it was in 10 frames per second at times. Ash throughout or your Pokemon throughout this. Your rival throughout this. Like, it was so slow. Goodness gracious, it was slow. Level up slow, build slow, fly slow. Everything was slow in that game. And like the Game Boy and like DS, even the DS games were slow. Slow. So yeah, now it's all sped up. It's much faster. I think it's crazy thing to me that the fact that Arceus came out the same every year as Scarlet and Violet, I still don't understand it. It made sense to me. I mean, like, why not? They're two completely different types of games. One of them, it's almost like a 2D Pokemon and a 3D Pokemon, right? It's not that, but they're completely different types. Scarlet and Violet is the actual multiplayer focused Pokemon game. Legends is a single player focused game. So it'd be like almost, it's not a spin-off game, but it'd almost be like, oh, what if they released, you know, like Paper Mario and then like a new 3D Mario like in the same year, right? Like nobody cares about that, right? Nobody would really care too much about it because they're different styles of games. Pokemon Legends Arceus is not the same style of game as like Scarlet and Violet, not even close. They're very, very, very different. Structure, story, gameplay, a lot of differences between them. So actually, it doesn't really, it's not really that big of a deal to me. Make sure not to go in the tall grass. Well, it's not that bad, but it was bad. They do feel slow back. They didn't feel slow back then. Oh, they felt slow back then. You want to know how I know they felt slow back then? Because Nintendo even gave you ways to speed it up. If you played on an N64 through Pokemon Stadium, they let you speed the game up. Oh no, it felt slow back then, and Nintendo knew that it was slow. Otherwise, they wouldn't have given you a way to speed up the game. No, I knew what somebody's gonna come in and say they didn't feel slow. Yeah, they did. Nintendo literally gave you a way to speed up the game. Why would they do that? If nothing felt slow and everybody felt that it was fine, they would not give you a way to speed the game up. If you play, that's how I played. After I got my 64 and I got Pokemon Stadium, if you have a transfer pack, you can plug in your Game Boy game into that transfer pack and play it on your TV through the N64, and you can speed the game up. Says DK icons are here now. By the way, I ain't getting no damn DK icons. But no, shout out to the DK icons. I appreciate that. Imagine PAL plus 5 to 7 FPS lag. OJ, SNES 64 was like being on the moon. I bet, man. 64 was already laggy here too. Game Freak did that. Not Nintendo. Point that figures elsewhere. No. Well, Nintendo, listen, Nintendo published the games just like they do back then. They do that now. On top of that, Nintendo had to commission the transfer pack and all that. They had to pay for that. The transfer pack and all that type of stuff. That was Nintendo's doing. So, yeah, it was slow back then too, bro. It was slow. It was slow. DK and Kid Pauline are now offended. Oh, okay, yeah, I might pick up Kid Pauline. Yo, Justin with another $3 dono.
It was so slow it just didn't feel slow to some people because they had nothing but time.
Yeah, maybe back then as a kid. But even as a kid, you have time, but you don't have time. Like if it's during the school year, you don't have time like that. You have time, but then you don't have time. Like I used to always like, yeah, I had a ton of time to play games, but it always felt like sometimes like during the school year, like I didn't have as much time as I wanted, even though I had plenty of time, you know? But yeah, you're right about that. As a kid, come home, you know, you eat, do your homework, for the most part. What, maybe if you have a little brother, take care of them, play games, like, but you don't have like other adult responsibilities, you know. So yeah. See, I think for me it felt like Arceus was more polished. I like Arceus more now that Switch 2 update. I feel like Arceus and 6, I like them back, but I was like, wow. Arceus is definitely more polished because it has less stuff in it. It's just nowhere near as big, so it's definitely more polished for sure. When they both came out, it ran way better, and it didn't have multiplayer. It didn't have raid battles. The amount of land was way smaller. Like you can fit all of Arceus like in like one section of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Like Scarlet and Violet's way bigger. It has multiplayer features where people can come into your game. Like Scarlet and Violet is just like the way more ambitious, way bigger game. So Arceus definitely more polished, 100% more polished, but it's significantly smaller in terms of features, setting, gameplay, stuff like that. No, I hated using that transfer pack because it made the game too fast, especially since the where there was like 3 different fast speeds. I remember that, right? Yes, there is 3 different fast speeds, but that should find a speed that fits you the best. because there was 3 different ones. What do you mean? What's up, Bohemian Heedle? Welcome. Time did not exist as a kid until the street lights came on. Until it was close to bedtime. Yeah, that's when the time started getting like the Sonic, the din, 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 like that music, like when you're about to drown. It was like that music when you're getting closer and closer to that bedtime. I remember when I was little, the bedtime was 9 o'clock sharp, man. It was like, yo, you got to be brushing your teeth, getting ready. Like, you got to be in bed right around. There'll be like 5-minute buffer before or after. But I remember my dad and my mom, they were always like 9 o'clock sharp. Start getting ready around 8:30. Start getting ready because you got to go to sleep by 9 because you got to wake up for school. And then during the summer, it didn't matter. We go to sleep whenever we wanted. Summertime, you do whatever you want. But school year, 10 o'clock would be pushing it. But it was always 9 o'clock sharp. Guess I was too slow for Walmart. Oh my gosh, Adroxus. This is like Adroxus versus a Switch 2. It's like the craziest thing ever. Justin with another $3 dono. Let's go.
I will say it's easier to replay Scarlet and Violet, but it's harder to replay Arceus because it takes longer to get going.
Scarlet and Violet is, in terms of structure, Scarlet and Violet's structure is actually, I would say, better than Arceus. Arceus' structure is fragmented. It's like, okay, I'm going to go out to the field and then do this. And okay, my Pokemon journal, then I got to go back and then do that. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, it's like just free. It's just like you can just go wherever you want. There's like barely any loading, right? So it's just easy to hop into, start playing. And with the update, it's even easier and faster than it was before. Like it has, Scarlet and Violet has seamless multiplayer, seamless trading. Like everything's like you can just pop stuff up, boom, get right into it. It's very, very, the structure of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is very well done. It's obviously the original execution. Now at this point, now that the frame rate and the resolution have been fixed, the game is fantastic. I think it actually beats out Arceus in terms of like the game now at this point. But if Arceus got an update, maybe things would change. But yeah, it's actually really good now. So let's see. But were you actually sleeping at 9 p.m.? I mean, I'd be in bed. Sometimes I couldn't always sleep right at 9 p.m. or I might have like, my Game Boy playing a little bit, but I get caught instantly most of the time. But sometimes, yeah, I would fake sleep, wait till everybody's asleep, and then play the Game Boy. Then play my little Game Boy at night. So yeah, that would happen sometimes. 27 on the board for my man. Justin. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. With the big 27 on the Hokage board. Guys, giving some love. We are going further, guys. We are 30 combos away from the first platinum Cloud Buster sword. We out here. We already got the hour extension, so I appreciate that, guys. We're going to have an hour extension, whatever. Almost at the 30 extra combos gets us 100 on the platinum, so I will play that notification. Thank you guys so much for your support. Shout out to Justin. Justin out here doing the heavy lifting. Appreciate that. Flipping the switch as well. Thank you guys. Appreciate that. Let's go. Yo, Cyber Taurus! California smashing his way through. Let's go! Let's go!
Oh man, who's ready to go bananas tomorrow? Just got the notice that my copy of DK is ready for pickup in the morning.
Bro, man, I am so excited for Donkey Kong Bonanzas. Yeah, I'm going to go pick up my physical copy as well at Best Buy. I'm going to go pick up my physical copy. Or I might get it at Walmart if I can wake up earlier, but I'll probably just wait till Best Buy because what I'll do is I'm going to go to sleep early as heck tonight. I'm going to go to sleep early as heck. I'm going to wake up early in the morning. I'm going to go work out, get my Bonanza workout in. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get my banana. After every set, I'm going to go like this. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm going to get work done. I'm going to get work done in the morning. So I'm going to be editing for hours, take care of my boy. And then I'll pick up Bonanza and I'm going to just start playing Bonanza. I'll probably start capturing footage. And then we'll have our stream later where I'll restart a save file and I will play more Bonanza. So it's going to be a great day tomorrow, man. Let's go. We went even further than beyond. We are going further than beyond. Let's go. And we've got, you guys know, the man, the myth, the legend, the limit break. Let's go. Ooh, wait a minute. Hold up. Costco has it for... I got a Costco card. I actually got a Costco... Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got my, hold on, make sure there's no, here we go. Yes, sir. I got my Costco card. Oh, baby. Okay, yeah, Costco. Let's go. Let's go. I'm a Costco guy. I'm boom, pow, boom, 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 chunk. I eat a chunk cookie. I'm a black Costco guy now. Let's go. We're Costco guys, and we buy games at Costco. Let's go. I totally forgot about that Costco card. All right, I got to go cop it at Costco. Let's go. What time did they work out? Yeah, I got to get the DK workout routine in there. Big love to Cyber Taurus. You are now the Hokage and Stream Ninja. Yo, with that big 30. Anybody that's 30, where you been up, my man? Cyber Taurus on both boards. Justin, of course, very close there as well. Yes, I'm streaming Donkey Kong Bonanza tomorrow around 7:30 Eastern. I got to talk to Clabby, though. I want to see what time he's good with, too. So just look out. Notifications. Boys and girls, Cyber Taurus busted into the stream. Like DK, baby. Yes, the pizza and the hot dogs are good. Although I haven't had the pizza. I don't like hot dogs, by the way. But my wife, she likes the, you know, the hot dogs and stuff like that. So she buys them, she cooks them. She makes them really good. So she wanted to try it when we were there getting our membership. She wanted to try the Costco hot dog. And the fact that it's $1.50, I got 2 drinks, 2 hot dogs, and it cost us like $3.30. Like, I couldn't believe it. And I know that they've done that. I know people still talk, but the fact that like the hot dogs are still $1.50 for a drink and a hot dog for $1.50. So yeah, my wife and also my son, we all ate because like my son just ate from, you know, our food. So we all ate for $3.30. The cheapest date that I had with her ever. Outside of being in Nigeria, outside of Nigerian dates that we had, but like the cheapest date. Crazy. Crazy. So yeah, so Costco has it. I don't even know how Costco video game. I have not seen video games at my Costco. So I don't know if I even have video games at my Costco. I think you have to order it online, right? Or do they actually have the video games in the store? I'm over here celebrating the $9 off, and I'm not even sure if I'm not even sure if my Costco even has video games, because I did not see any video games when I went there. So do they even have it? The chocolate chunk cookie is delicious. Yeah, I bet it is. I gotta try the chicken bake. I gotta try the pizza. I gotta try the chocolate chunk. They didn't have any more cookies though. I would have got the chocolate chunk cookie, but they didn't have the chocolate chunk cookie. But I don't like cookies hot or warm, or like even room temperature. I like cookies cold, so I might have not liked it. Clabby with the dollar says anytime is fine. I'm free all day tomorrow and we'll be looking out for the YouTube notification. I will DM you, Clabby. I'll DM you when it just in case the YouTube notification doesn't work. So I will DM you, Clabby. I got you. Shout outs, man. Thank you so much, dude. I appreciate it. Clabby, big love because he sponsored the stream. I think they changed it to executive members get an hour early. Yeah, I know there was something like executive members. I got the executive member thing, right? Yeah, I got the executive member Costco thing. So Costco gas is the cheapest. Use it when you can. Yeah, Costco gas. I haven't used it yet, but I think I'm gonna start using the Costco gas as well. Yeah. I got to take advantage because that membership is like, how much? It's like $100 something a year, right? So it's actually kind of expensive. But it's like if you use all the savings that you get, right? Like then it ends up paying for itself. But for me, the big thing for me is diapers and wipes. Diapers and wipes are expensive. Like they're just expensive. But at Costco, they're cheap. Diapers and wipes at Costco are cheap. You get 168 or 170 for I think it's $40 for diapers. For wipes, you get almost 1,000 wipes for $20. So $60 gets you set for months with diapers and wipes. So that was the big reason why I got it, because I was blowing, dude, I think I was blowing like $300 a month on wipes and diapers. Like, you know, I don't know how much I was spending, but I know I was spending a lot. So yeah, that was the thing for me. Yeah, and that formula milk. Yeah, my boy's off the formula milk, but yeah. But either way, let's get back into the gaming, not worrying about Costco memberships. Appreciate my man Clabby. Thank you for the dollar. Shout out to Cyber Toys. Thank you for the big $30, man. I appreciate that. Let's go. Nick says the cookie's mid. It was nice talking to you, man. I'm gonna go play the greatest Donkey Kong game ever made. All right, take it easy. The upgrade path. Thanks for coming out to the stream tonight, man. Bro might be a Costco guy. I might be. Should I try Xeno 1 first or Xeno X? Depends. If you want to go straight from Xeno 1 to Xeno 2, I would say try Xeno X. If you want to just, you know, wait before you try Xeno 1, then I'd say play Xeno X. So there are very few, not always there. I think they put them during the release date and then short period. Okay, I'll check online. I'll actually see if I can call, or I'll check online. I'll check online. If I can get it earlier, then I'll probably just call them in the morning and I'll just see if I can get it then. If not, then that's cool. Then I'll just get it at Best Buy, because Best Buy is super close. So Best Buy is actually closer than Costco for me. Yo, what's up, Paul Gale Network? Welcome. Yo, what's up, Uncario? Welcome to the stream. Shout outs. Considering the critical reception of Bananza, do you think they should have been a launch title over Mario Kart World? I keep hearing people say that, and it's just the stupidest thing ever. Why should it be the launch title over Mario Kart World? Why? Because of the critical reception? Mario Kart's way bigger. Mario Kart sold 70 million. Anybody that says Donkey Kong Bonanza should have been a launch title over Mario Kart World, they don't know what they're talking about. They have no idea what they're talking about. And it's silly to me. It's really, really, really silly. And it makes no sense. Switch 2 was the best-selling, biggest launch of all time with Mario Kart as the launch title. Where is the logic of saying, no, they should have done something different? Where is that at? Now, if Mario Kart World didn't sell the system and the system didn't do well, then okay, I get that. Or if Mario Kart World wasn't selling, then I get that. But I have no idea why people say that. It makes zero sense considering the factual evidence that we have. Systems come out. Games launch. If something doesn't go well, then you can say, oh, it should have replaced it. But if something goes like the best ever, people saying that it should have been something different makes zero sense. The games will come out when they come out. They'll launch when they come out. There's no point in sitting there trying to say it should have been this or it should have been that. Why? It literally launched and had the greatest launch of all time. That makes no sense to me. Yes, I'm Nigerian. You flying to Lagos for a wedding next week? Dang, you going all the way there for a wedding? I know it's game related, but question, I'm curious. Yo, it's all good. Yeah. Shoutouts. Have fun. Enjoy. Mario Kart 8 was the greatest selling Switch game, so it makes sense Mario Kart World is at launch. Yeah, it makes zero sense when people say it shouldn't have been this, it should have been this. For what? So you can play Donkey Kong for 20 hours and say, where's Mario Kart? Like, you can play Donkey Kong real quick, beat it real quick, and then say, where's Mario Kart? Where's the next game? It makes zero sense. It makes absolute no sense at all to me. Mario Kart's sold 70 million on the Wii U, or sorry, between the Wii U and the Nintendo Switch 1, it sold 70 million. It launched to the greatest launch. It still sells crazy amounts every single week. Even outside of the bundle, it still sells really good even outside of that from what we see from the physical copies. Why are people saying that it should have been something else? I don't get it. That makes no sense to me. They literally had the best launch of all time. Let's see, people who talks like that don't know business or have business bone in their bodies. Yeah, I mean, like, if it's for your own personal, well, I like this game more, then that's fine. But that doesn't mean, just because you like something more, doesn't mean it should be that way. You can just say, oh, well, I would have liked it. But I see people say, no, it should have been this because this is better. It's like, okay, but it doesn't matter if that's better. It's like saying, oh, well, this game should have been sold better. This game should have done something, when the results are the results. That's all you can look at. You can look at the results. The results are Mario Kart World is selling the system at an incredibly high rate. Now, I do see some people say, oh, well, the system would have sold regardless. No, you actually don't know that. You actually don't know that. People like to disrespect or just say, because of the whole $80 Mario Kart thing, they like to just sit there and say, oh, well, it's that. People don't care. Or, oh, well, it's whatever. And it's like, no, we got to go off the facts. Here are the facts. The facts are Mario Kart sells a ton. The facts are people are still buying Mario Kart. The facts are people love Mario Kart way more than they love Donkey Kong. And the facts are Mario Kart's probably going to sell significantly better than Donkey Kong, because Mario Kart always sells better than Donkey Kong. Like, it always does. Don't get me wrong. Donkey Kong's fantastic and it's going to sell great, but Mario Kart's probably going to sell better. On top of that, it's Mario Kart. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't make any sense to me at all, but I get it. You know, I get what some people are saying, but if the system launch wasn't as, like, in terms of, like, if it didn't sell as well, then I would have agreed with people. Like, oh, yeah, well, maybe they should have had a different launch game because this game didn't sell the system enough. But Mario Kart World sold the system like crazy. So, it doesn't make any sense to me. Just wait the month and get the game when it comes out. We got to have a cadence of games, you know? Like, it's not going to be everything at launch. It's never been like that, you know? So, it doesn't make any sense to me. I think people are saying Bananza should have been launch title because of the destructive elements and making use of the Switch 2 power. But I do think Mario Kart is the better of the sales. Mario Kart World makes use of the Switch 2 power. You're not getting 12 racers online in an open world on Switch 1. Like, that's not happening. At 60 FPS, they are talking about that game being at 30 FPS on Switch 1. Mario Kart World. So it makes use of the Switch power as well. There's just some people who don't know that because they don't care about Mario Kart and they didn't actually read the Mario Kart World ask the developer. The game would have, it makes use of the Switch 2 power. Like, you wouldn't have 24 races online in an open world game without the extra power of the Switch 2. If that was a Switch 1 game, it'd be at 30 FPS with dips and way less environments and stuff, like in terms of the detail in the environment and all of that. It wouldn't have been anywhere near as good. So it does make use of the Switch 2 power. Read the what's it called? Read the developer interview. Ask the developer for Mario Kart World. They say that right in there. Let's see here. It makes no sense from a personal standpoint to not make Mario Kart World a launch game because people were begging for a new MK at the end of Switch 1 Life. That's what I'm saying. It's been, although it has been longer for Donkey Kong. It has been longer for Donkey Kong, but definitely more people were begging for a new Mario Kart, and it's a more popular game. It sells better. Why would you not supply the game that sells better and people have been begging for 11 years for a franchise that has sold 70 million? It makes no sense to not have it as the launch title. So yeah, I don't get it. From a business perspective, I don't get that at all. Now from a personal perspective, that makes sense. If you don't like it as much and you want Donkey Kong, that's fine. But people are saying, oh, well, it should have because it's better. And it's like, okay, but that doesn't matter what you think is better. That's not the point. The point is the results. And the results are Mario Kart World sold the system like crazy. It had the best launch of all time. So yeah, that's the results. The results are the results, you know? That's not my opinion. That's the result. That's the factual truth of the matter, you know? Let's see here. Everyone's been asking for Mario Kart 9 for a long time. Now we have this. That's what I'm saying. So, yeah, doesn't make any sense. So 24 players in an open world racing environment isn't using Switch 2 power. Well, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people don't realize that because they look at it as, oh, it's just Mario Kart. But if you, like I said, but they don't look at it as, oh, well, hold up, the 24 racers, oh, it's an open world. That type of stuff can't happen on Switch 1. Like I said, they tried to do it on Switch 1 and it didn't work to the point to where they gave up pretty much. And they said, okay, we're going to move it to Switch 2 because it's going to run at 30 FPS with dips. They're not going to be able to add as much stuff as they want. It's going to be a completely different game from what we got right now. Same thing goes for Donkey Kong Bonanza. They were trying to get it on Switch 1. It's not working what they want to do, so they moved it to Switch 2. Games that have Switch 1 and Switch 2 versions, they were fine, and they added everything that they needed to add on the Switch 1. Metroid Prime 4, it was fine on Switch 1. What they wanted to add was capable on Switch 1. Pokemon Legends ZA, what they wanted to add was capable on Switch 1. So those are Switch 1 games on Switch 2. Donkey Kong Bonanza and Mario Kart World, those are Switch 2 games because they're not possible in their current shape and form without the Switch 2. Do you like IGN's review, OJ? I didn't read IGN's review. I know they gave it a 10 out of 10, but I didn't read the review. You know? So yeah. People prefer Bonanza because it's a big single player game like Zelda. But what makes sense for Mario Kart be a launch title? Okay, so let me ask you a question. So people prefer it because it's a big open single player game like Zelda. How much did Zelda Breath of the Wild sell? How much did Tears of the Kingdom sell? And then how much did Mario Kart 8 Deluxe sell? How about that? So you said people prefer. Okay, so people, that means multiple people. And listen, I'm with you. I like Zelda more too. But you said people, so we're talking about people, right? We're actually talking about facts here. So give me the sales numbers for Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, for Breath of the Wild, and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Give me the sales numbers for all three of those games. Let's go from there, Star. Let's go from there. DK Icon's out now. I know what I'm talking about. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. I'm not just saying things just to say it. And I like Zelda more, by the way. I like Zelda more. And I might like Donkey Kong Bonanza more than I like Mario Kart World. I might. But I'm just saying, I know what I'm talking about when it comes to this. Trust me on this one. I will answer it for you, Star. Breath of the Wild sold 34 million. Tears of the Kingdom sold 20 million. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe sold 68 million. So it actually sold Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom combined. It outsold both of them combined. Not only individually, but also if you combine the sales of Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, then you have to add on top of that like another 10 million units and then you get to like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's sales in terms of the popularity of Mario Kart. So you have to combine 2 games and then add on top of that another 10 million plus, and then that gets you to the popularity of Mario Kart 8, a port from the Wii U. Come on, man. Like, so I see what you're saying. Like, more people actually like Mario. More people play and buy Mario Kart. So I'm just going off the facts. I'm not going off of my own opinion, my own personal, like what I think. I'm going off of what we know, like the actual numbers. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Shout outs to Clabby. Thank you for the $1. Also, I don't know how to say the name, but PV. Thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. So yeah. Says, I didn't disagree with you. I just said that Mario Kart makes more sense as a launch title because of sales popularity. I said in my comment, just said some people prefer single player. Yeah, I know, I get that. But you didn't say some people. If you would have said some people, then I don't think I would have went that. You said people prefer. You said people. So that's the reason why I made the whole sales analogy, because you said people. You didn't say some people. You just said people prefer. So that's the reason why. If you would have said some, I would have been like, oh, some. You know, okay, so I get it. The people that prefer that, okay, understandable, no problem. But yeah, you just said people, so. By people he means, by people he means Twitter and Reddit. Yeah, okay. Yeah, if you're talking about Twitter, of course, Mario Kart's the worst game ever. People hate that game. Nobody's playing it. It's the worst game ever. It's terrible. Nobody's gonna buy it. If you go by Twitter, the game was gonna, if you go by Twitter. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Core games and insiders prefer Zelda. Other single player games make noise. They don't get that. That's all. Exactly. Yeah. The single player games and all that, those games make way more noise than like the multiplayer stuff. But obviously the multiplayer stuff is clearly like more popular, you know. So yeah. I'm going to celebrate the release of DK with some coconut cream pie. Yeah, coconut cream pie. Do people actually eat coconut cream pies? I just see those like on cartoons, like I'm gonna have a coconut cream pie, then like gets like smashed in someone's face. But do people actually like eat those normally? Is that like a normal thing to eat a coconut cream pie? I can't. I'll be honest, bro. I can't eat nothing that's called a cream pie. I can't eat nothing. I'm sorry. I'm just saying. Like there's nothing. If you like that, that's fine. But I ain't eat nothing like. I'm just not. But I don't like pies. I don't like pies at all or anything like that. But yeah, man, I'm good. I'm good. I can't. But if you can, that's cool. I ain't judging you or nothing. I ain't judging. Let's see here. Bananza has me salvaging my Switch 2, man. Hoping to cop one later in the year. Yeah. Five damn good. Missing out, bro. Nah, man, I ain't missing out, bro. I've had like my family for like holidays. My brother will always buy apple pie, buy pumpkin pie, different types of pies, and I've had them all, man. But it's just I'm just not a fan of pies. I'm just not a fan of like fruits inside of a pie, or like coconuts, or like, you know, like a bunch of like whipped cream, or like, I'm just not a fan. I do like the crust. So if you give me like the crust, that's like, no, like the crust. I like the crust, and I like a little bit of the filling. And my brother hates this when I do this. He hated it so much. But I'll take an apple pie, right? Like you buy apple pie from the store. I will remove most of the filling and like the soggy apples that are in there. It's disgusting. I'll remove those, and I will just eat the bottom of it, the crust, and a little bit of the filling. I will not eat anything else. And he hates it because I just leave. He's like, why are you doing that? I'm like, I like the crust and the little bit of the filling, but I don't like all the apple. Like I don't want to eat a soggy apple. Like I like crisp apples. So it's just, I don't like fruits unless it's a tomato. But I don't like you know, my sweet fruits. I don't like them cooked in any type of way. Like I don't like cooking fruits. I just feel like fruits should always not be cooked. So I don't like any type of food or item where you have to cook a fruit outside of like a tomato or whatever, right? Outside of the traditional ones that are kind of like in the culinary veggie category, right? But I don't like fruits cooked. I don't like apples cooked. I don't like pineapples or like plums or pears. Like I don't like. I just it's just there's just it doesn't sit right with me. It doesn't sit right with me at all. Like to cook an apple and like to put it in a pie and like it's all soggy. It doesn't sit right with me. I don't like it. Deport says, you tripping for that? Nah, I can't. I'm good. I'm good. Fresh apple pie is crisp. No, apple pie, the apple in there is not crisp. It's warm and gooey. You can't. How do you put a crisp, fresh, cold apple inside of a hot baked pie or something like that? Doesn't know. Let's see here. What's the next big release after DK? We'll find out, Johnny, once Nintendo has their Direct at the end of July. So we'll find out. Yeah, exactly. Sweet tea, it's the texture. The texture of the apples cooked is terrible. The texture is terrible. Now, if you like chop it, mince it up into small little bits, then maybe you sprinkle it on top of the, or something like that. Maybe I can do that, but the texture is not good. It's not an appealing texture, So it's not an appealing texture. If somebody can make me an apple pie where the apple in there is actually crisp, I don't know how you do that, but if you can do that where the apple's actually crisp, like with the filling, please point me in the direction of where I can get one of those, because I've never seen it. I mean, it might be done, but I've never seen that before. So no pineapple on pizza. Although I've had it, it's okay, but I'm not a pineapple on pizza guy. No, I'm not a pineapple on pizza dude. I'm just not. But I mean, it's okay, but it's not my thing. So yeah, the only place to be cooking fruit is in Breath of the Wild. Yeah, the way that they cook it, they make it seem as if it's goated though. They make it seem like if it's like, oh man, you have like this, you cook some meat with the freaking apple inside of a thing. It's gonna turn out like a crisp, nice apple cut off to the side. That's not how it looks. It's all gooey and marshmallowy if you cook an apple with some meat in the pan. Banned from social. There's a lot of people that actually like pineapple on pizza. There's actually a lot of people who do, so I'm not really faulting people that like the pineapple on the pizza. Like, I get it. I'm not a fan, but I mean, like, I can understand the vision, of the pineapple on the pizza. So, all right, guys, got an update on Donkey Kong Bonanza. It hasn't went up, but it also hasn't went down, and more scores have came in. I think there's 87 scores now. So yeah, 87 reviews, and it's got a 91. Although when you click on it, it says 83. So definitely a good thing that I need more 10s. I need more 10s coming in. I need more 10s. More 10s, more 10s, more 10s, please. I'm trying to keep track of it with the, what's it called? With the bet that we have on the Spawncast. I need no 8s, please. No 8s, no 6s for right now, please. But yeah, still no mixed scores, no 7s. No 7s either, please. No 7s. I just need, if you're gonna give it an 8, please give it a very high 8. Do not give it anything underneath a 9, please. 9, I think it's a 9 out of 10. Just ding it 1 point for the frame rate stuff. Just do that. That's good enough. Or a 0.5. Just ding it for the, you don't got, everything else is fine in the game. Everything else is fine. I don't need to see it. We don't need any 8s. Let's see. Let's see. The story has got to be emotional for these 9s and 10s. I think it's more about the gameplay, more so than anything. I'm not a bug icing on cream person, but it makes me a little sick. Yeah, I can see that. A lot of people can't handle pure, like, sugar and stuff like that, and myself included. Like, icing on cake and certain things like that just doesn't sit well with my stomach, Something with coconut cream pies or like cream, it just doesn't sit well, I'm also pretty like crazy like lactose intolerant, so milk and stuff like that is a no-go for me. Cheese and milk is a no-go. So like, cream cheese pies or cheesecake, stuff like that's usually a no-go. A lot of different types of cakes. Cakes, if I have a cake, I like ice cream cake, and I like to cut it super thin. You know, I don't really ever have like anything like can't do milk, can't do stuff with like a lot of milk, especially whole milk, like 2% thick whole milk. That stuff makes me nauseous. What about a blended apple? Apple blended is fine because like if you blend an apple, it turns it into a completely different type of texture. The problem with apple pie is that it keeps the big, like they cut it into like it's like a big like looks like a big bug or something like that, right, inside of a pie. So like if you chop, like I said, if you mince it and chop it into small pieces, then it becomes more tangible. So like yeah, if you take an apple, blend it, put it in a smoothie, that's fine. Because you're drinking it now. That's a completely different thing than eating an apple, you know, like and like having like a baked apple, like that texture. So it's completely different, you know. All right, take it easy, Dylan. Thanks for coming out to the stream, man. You're good. Thanks for hanging out. You hung out for like an hour plus. Yeah, applesauce is fantastic. Exactly. I you know, I buy my boy applesauce, and I'll take a bite or two of it too sometimes. And applesauce is fantastic. It's very good. I can eat the super low fat applesauces. I can eat because I don't like the ones with too much sugar. But yeah, applesauce is great because it completely changes the texture of it. It's grinded up. It's in like a soupy or like a thick, like, you know, like yogurty type of thing. So I'm like, okay, yeah, that's good. That's good because like apples are good, but like not when it's an apple when it's baked and it's inside of and it's all soggy inside of a pie, you know. Although I can understand why people like it though because like it gives it extra sweetness and texture and flavor, but it's just not for me, you know. IGN gave DK 10 and called it a masterpiece. Yes, yeah, we did discuss IGN's review. I haven't read the review yet. I just saw it and I covered it on my review roundup that I did, my video that I did today on the reviews. So yeah, I'm aware that they called it that they said that about the game. I am aware. Yeah, it's a good game, man. It's a really good game. People are enjoying it a lot. Strawberries are the most glazed fruit fraud stuff. Strawberries are fantastic. Strawberries are very good. They're very good. The thing about it is that you got to get the right strawberry, Chad. If some strawberries can taste terrible, it depends on how it's grown, where it's at, you know. But if you get the right, you get strawberries from the right place, they're really good. YouTube DK cartoon coconut cream pie. Yeah, there you go. Applesauce is pureed. Yeah, there you go. It's pureed, so it's completely different texture, you know. My wife is an excellent baker. She makes really good lemon basil cake. Lemon basil cake. That sounds good. For me, lemon. I like lemon in like lemon cake, but I need it to where it's like, you know, it's like crispified a bit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I need for the lemon cake. I don't eat lemon cake much though. I don't really eat cake at all, unless it's like, you know, like a birthday party or something, or like certain special events. So I like banana cream pie, but I'm not lactose intolerant. Banana cream pie, I can see why banana. But once again, yeah, I'm probably ain't gonna eat anything like any type of cream pies or any type of bananas flavored stuff. Or no, bananas are great, but I'm not gonna eat bananas like in other types of flavors. Like I'll just eat if I want a banana, I'll just eat a banana, you know. So yeah. Let's see. Hey, applesauce textures booty. Apple pie, on the other hand, no such problem. Nah, the textured applesauce is fine. Like I can get it because it's kind of like a lumpy, kind of bumpy thing, but it's good. It's applesauce texture is fine. It depends on the type of applesauce. If you think the texture is bad, I would go like the children's applesauce. Get like the light calorie children's one, and that stuff is really good because it's not as packed. The texture isn't as rough. It's a bit more smooth. So I would say just go like with the children's applesauce, and that has less sugar anyway. So if you get that, I'm pretty sure you'll like that. Let's see, those apple pies pockets are good. I remember those apple pie. I did, but the funny thing about those back in the day when I used to get those, I used to also remove the apple from those as well. Like those little, they were like $1 back in the day. Like those little pies that you would get, like you know, you can get them like at the grocery store. They'd be up at the front aisle, and they'd be like in a white pouch sometimes, or was it like depending on I think on the flavor, it might be a different color pouch. Like if it was like apple pie, it was green, or if it was like I know they have like different flavors. But my mom would buy me those, or I would buy them, and I would spit out the actual chunks of apple. Like they were like, I didn't like the texture. I would spit those out. But I like the thing itself. I thought it was pretty good. It was only like $1 back in the day. I don't know if they still have those. What were those things called, by the way? Does anybody know what those were called? What do you think about cinnamon in the applesauce? Oh yeah, cinnamon can go in a lot of stuff. Cinnamon can go in like almost anything that's like that can taste sweet, cinnamon can go in almost anything. So yeah, pancakes, it can go on it. I mean, apple cinnamon. You can put cinnamon on damn near anything. Love a whole grapefruit for breakfast. Grapefruit. Oh man, I haven't had a grapefruit in a long time. Actually, the last time that I saw a grapefruit was 2 years ago. My mom went and she got some some homegrown grapefruit from my in-laws. My in-laws from my sister's side. They grew them and she was very happy about that. And I was so angry that the Lions were beating the hell out of the 49ers in the playoffs. I was so angry. I grabbed one and I said, "This team sucks!" And I threw the grapefruit and I smashed it into a million pieces. And I cleaned it up as fast as I smashed it because my mom would have beat me. My mom would have. And I realized what I did. And I cleaned it up as fast as I could. But I was so angry. I smashed the grapefruit. I said, "This team sucks." And the funniest thing is that they came back and won that game. That was the funniest thing. They came back and won that game. But it was, or was that 2014? I think that was 2014. So it was early 2014, not 2013. It was early 2014, I think. It might have been early 2014. It was the game, the Lions versus the Niners that year. So it was either early 2014 or late 2013. So yeah. I'm desperately trying to complete Tears of the Kingdom before DK tomorrow. Good luck. You're going to need it because DK is pretty much here. Hostess apple pie. Was it Hostess? I don't know if it was Hostess. I don't know if it was theirs. I'll fight someone. Pineapple is good on pizza. All right. He's looking to fight. Shout outs, guys. Appreciate the combo breaks. My man, Clabby. Shout outs also, Cyber Toys. Thank you for that big 30. Get us we got the hour extension, so we're good. Try to see if we can get the platinum and a half. Thank you guys so much for your support tonight. I appreciate that. Let's go. Remember, nobody's been requesting music here for the most part. So if you drop a dono, make sure you put your music request. Justin, Cyber Toys, if you guys want anything, let me know. I'll drop some music for you guys. But if you guys do drop something, make sure you put your music. Okay, Cyber Taurus. Achievement unlocked. Grapefruit.
Achievement unlocked. Grapefruit Slayer, 50 points.
Shout outs to Cyber Taurus. Cyber Taurus, I want to make sure that I get people's music. So Cyber Taurus, you don't got to drop a dono again. Just let me know what track you want. And I got you, my boy. I got you on that one. So shout out to Cyber Taurus. Let me know in the chat. Yeah, dude, I smashed that grapefruit into like a million pieces that day. It was crazy. It was great. Little Debbie. I don't know if it was Little Debbie either. It was definitely kind of like a ghetto brand. I don't remember what it was though. Chrono Trigger. All right, you got it. You got it, my man. Let's go. Chrono Trigger main theme coming up. I thought the old DK cartoon was common knowledge. I guess not. No, it is. It is somewhat. It is somewhat is. Kind of. Ghetto Debbie. Let's go. Okay, I'll fight you in Smash Ultimate. Pineapple on pizza is a war crime. All right. It should be the battle of Sweet Tea versus Cold K. Whoever wins in Smash, that one is the true purveyor of the truth of pineapple on pizza. Let's go. If your mom would have said, "What do you do? What did you do my grapefruit?" Just respond with, "It was the lion's fault." Yeah. Well, she had a bunch of them. She had a bunch, so she didn't notice that I did that. You know, she didn't notice. If I didn't, I think I ended up telling her later. And she's like, "You really did that?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm sorry." And she's like, "It's okay." But I think if she would have saw me do that, because they took the time to pick the grapefruits and raise, and like my mom was gonna use them for like her food and stuff. My mom eats a super like herbal, fruit, veggie, like she's super because like she diabetic, or not even, she's pre-diabetic, but she's been good like with all that type of stuff, but she eats just super healthy, and so she was very excited about those grapefruits, like healthily, organic, grown in the backyard grapefruits, and I freaking smashed one. So she definitely would have not have liked that, because once again, she doesn't eat like a lot of like the normal store-bought foods, she eats like a lot of the other stuff. So yeah, but I apologize later. I actually felt bad because she looked at me like, why would you do that to me? Over a football game? You know? I was pretty angry about that game, man. Because they were getting whooped, dude. They were getting absolutely whooped at the beginning. But they came back and won. But they lost in the Super Bowl anyway, so it doesn't matter. That straight up wizard, can he actually beat Tears of the Kingdom though? Where are you at? Are you close to beating the game though? At least are you close? Cybertorch, if you want another track, let me know, Cybertorch. I got you, man. If you want another track, I got you. So yeah. Big love to the Great Wall. Yeah, the Great Wall's here. Twisted 7. I just beat Tears of the Kingdom. Finally, I'm ready for DK tomorrow. Nice. Did you beat Tears of the Kingdom on Switch 2, or were you replaying it? I don't like strawberry. It has the fuzzy stuff on, fuzzy white stuff growing on it. Fuzzy white stuff growing on it. What strawberries are you eating? What strawberries you eating? My strawberries definitely don't have fuzzy white stuff on it. So, moldy strawberries. That might be, if it's fuzzy white stuff, that's definitely some spores or something, bro. That's definitely not something you're supposed to be eating. That's for sure. If it has fuzzy white stuff on it. Oh, man. Big love, though, guys. Make sure you hit that like button. If you have not hit that like button, hit that like button. We are going further than beyond. We still got plenty of time left on the stream. So if you guys have questions, too, you can tag me at PlayerEssence, hashtag PlayerEssence, PlayerEssence by itself. More than happy to answer all of your beautiful, awesome, lovely Elite Ninja questions as well. So let's go on that one. I got halfway through Tears of the Kingdom when it came out, and I finished the last half on the Switch 2. I put over 100 hours onto a Switch 2. It was great. Nice. The fact that you went from going at the 30 FPS with frame rate dips whenever you pull out Ultra Hand to a perfect 60 FPS and being able to play it with way faster loading and everything, that's just incredible. I wish that I played it at 60 because it's so much better on the Switch 2. It's crazy, you know? It's just so much better on there. But yeah, I already had it beat and I was already done with the game well before Switch 2 came out. So for me, there was really no other way. There was no other way of being able to get it done. So yeah. No other way. I had to get the game beat. I had to. So yeah. Make sure you guys hit that, like I said, make sure you guys hit that like button. Don't get your questions in, of course. Get your questions in. I purposely had out on playing Tears of the Kingdom on Switch 2. I'm glad I did. Nice. I couldn't wait, but yeah. Man, I wish I did too. Well, actually, no, I don't, because I don't know if I would have had the time. Because I put 70 hours into Guardians of Azuma. So, I mean, I do and I don't. It's like I wish I did and then I wish I did it at the same time, you know? So holding out on finishing Xenoblade 2, 3, hope for X60 FPS patch. Okay, now I can't do that. I could, because those games came out way too long ago for me to do that. There was no way, like, because like Xenoblade 2 came out in 2017, so I was just thinking about Switch 1. And then Xenoblade Chronicles 3 came out, 2022. Yo, Justin with the 3.
Have you ever seen the Need for Speed Most Wanted PS2 special console? It's wild.
No,
Wow.
I have not. Let me look it up and we can see what it looks like. So that's to Justin with another combo on here. Thank you so much, Justin. Appreciate that. That gets you tied up with Cybertaurus. Actually, no, not quite, because Cybertaurus did the 5. My bad. Almost tied up. Thank you for that, Justin. I appreciate it. Let's go. Combo break. We're going to listen to this track. Turtles. Let's listen to some Turtles in Time. Let me look up. You said the PS2. So you said the PS2 Need for Speed Most Wanted console. Need for Speed PS2 special console. I don't... Oh my... Oh! I see it. It's an actual car. It's like an actual car. Like where you open up the... You open up the trunk or the hood, and it actually like is a car. Like you put the PS2 disc in there. Wow, I've never seen this before. It comes with a remote and some keys. What are the keys for? Wow, how much does this go for? Look at that. Is this real? This is real. Wow. I had no clue that this was even a thing. You. Oh my goodness. Hold up. My stuff's going haywire here. Okay, we good. That's crazy. That's wild, man. That's so wild. And I'm gonna edit my scene transition. I'm gonna go back to the fire because this new that Luma wipe sucks. So I'm gonna go back to the fire. Let me see if it makes the sound too. Hold up. Give me a second here, guys. Let me do a little bit of testing. Let me do a little bit of... Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I like that one more. Even though it kind of messes up on that one, but when you go back.
It was made special for EA. The key turns on the console.
Oh, wow, that's crazy. But if you lose the key, what happens if you... I'm pretty sure you can turn it on normally too, right? I'm pretty sure you can turn it on normally. That's crazy though, dude. Wow, how many... So let me see how much that costs. Need for console eBay. Let me see how much it costs on eBay. Is anybody even selling it? Yeah, I don't know if anybody's... I haven't even seen people selling it. That's crazy. Oh, is it a PS3 or is it a PS2? Oh, it's a PS2. It's a PS2. Man, that's wild. That's wild. Let's see here. 25 rounds to Xenoblade Chronicles X now. I think this one might be my favorite. Can't wait for the skells. Nice. Let's go. 25 hours in. Those skells do take some time to get, man. Yeah, skells. If you're doing side quests, it's gonna take you. It's gonna take you a while. I think I didn't get my first skell till like 50 hours in or something like that because I was doing a bunch of side quests. Hey, what's up, Minato Mario? Welcome. Shout outs. That's crazy. Yeah, I'll be playing Donkey Kong tomorrow. We got a special stream, special live stream tomorrow. I'll be playing it. So tomorrow evening-ish, afternoon/evening, I'll be playing it. So yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, getting your skill license does take a while. Justin with another 3. What?
I think EA has it. There's only one. If it ever gets sold, oh man, it will be expensive.
I wonder
Wow.
who has it. Who's the person that has that? Because that's a wild console. It's really stupid looking, but it's wild at the same time. Like, oh my gosh, it's really dumb looking, but it's also like wild, you know. Just thank you for another $3 dono, man. I appreciate that. Let's go. Close, almost 33, almost on the Hokage board. Big love. Sup, can't wait for DK. Amazon delivering it late. Never buy from Amazon. That's the worst place to buy from for games these days. There's no point, unless you live out in the middle of nowhere and you don't have a car and you can't get somewhere. That's the only time that I would say buy from Amazon. Outside of that, I would never buy from Amazon. I would just go to Walmart, get it there, go to Best Buy, go to GameStop, go anywhere but Amazon at this point. Amazon is good for games that have already came out and you just want to buy a game and like, okay, I don't care when it comes, just bring the game. It's good for that because then like they have like stock and all that. You don't got to worry. But like launch day, Amazon's always terrible for launch day. It keeps you guessing when you're even going to get it, you know? That's the extra PS2 sales Jim Ryan found when he left. Nice, yeah. He's like, oh yeah, there's a Need for Speed PS2 somewhere in Timbuktu, you know? Oh man. So yeah. What's up, AO? Welcome. Amazon may end up sending your games to Amazon Jungle instead. Dude, Amazon to me just, it's not great for launch day. Like exciting, like hype games launch, it's not good for that. Definitely not good for that. Good for other things, but not good for that. In my opinion, at least, you know? My opinion, not good for that. Let's see here. They sold 5 more million PS2s in Antarctica. They had to get the numbers from somewhere. So they had to get them from somewhere. So it might as well have been, okay, let's just get them from here. You know, let's just let's just do this. Let's just do this instead. Oh man. So yeah. Let's see. My job had its award system, and I had enough points saved to get a $50 gift card. Thanks to that, I only paid 23 for it. Okay, okay. I can feel that. I can see why. I can see why you'd want to do that. You know, for sure. So yeah, absolutely. Um. 5 million more in Antarctica. But I mean, if my job gave me that too, I'd be like, all right, cool. You know, I'd definitely be, I'd definitely be like, okay, I'll just take it for the 23. So yeah. Jim Ryan was like, remember those Need for Speed consoles? Did we ever count them? I mean, he'd have to say something like that, right? That'd be like what he'd have to say. Because, like, remember, they found all those extra Switch 2s. They found them somewhere. They found them somewhere. So yeah. This music never gets old. Chrono Trigger is timeless. It is a timeless thing. So yeah. What's up, OJ? I'm still waiting on my DK Bananza copy. Oh, did you end up getting your Switch 2 yet? Because I know you were importing it, right? So you end up getting it? It's from PAL, extremely rare. Oh, is it a PAL? Okay, it's from PAL. Yeah, that's got to be the most rare console out there. Like, if there's a console to get, if you can somehow, get that, that'd be the console to kind of get overall with it. Man, that's crazy. That PAL, that's wild, man. That's wild. This studio was like 22 working on this OST. Yeah. Yeah, Yasunori Mitsuda, man, he's goated. He's goated. He's like one of the greatest composers of all time. I'd say like him and like Nobuo Uematsu. Those are like my two goats. I think those two guys are like, if I had to say who's the greatest of all time, like Michael Jordan, it'd be like Yasunori Mitsuda and Nobuo Uematsu. Like those two guys, you can't really go wrong with those two. Been playing Yakuza 0 on Switch 2. That game is incredible. Yep, I know. I did a video on it. Whatever. I don't know if you saw my video, but I did a video on it. It's really good. Check out my vid too if you get the opportunity, get the chance. Next Wednesday, now I'm crossing my fingers. Best Buy delivers the physical copy of DK before the person that brings it. Okay, next Wednesday. Gotcha. Yeah, just got to be ready. Let's see here. Streamlabs is number 3 on the message board. Yo, Streamlabs, he's popping up. He's not supposed to be. The Streamlabs, he's popping up. I don't know that you can't. Streamlabs is outbeating you guys. It's because Justin, because people are dropping so frequent donos coming in like every bit. So Streamlabs is saying something. So yeah, they gotta work out the kinks on that one. So you guys gotta start. You can't let a bot beat you guys out. So y'all gotta start chatting a little bit more. Oh man. That's crazy though. I've never seen that before. I've never seen Streamlabs be one of the top. I thought it couldn't. I thought it couldn't be. I thought they would actually like block out bots, but apparently no. The bots are there. The bot can be on the board, can be on the top fan board. Although, realistically speaking, Streamlabs, he's definitely a fan. He helps out a lot around here. He helps out a lot. Oh man, shout outs though. But yeah, Yakuza 0, it's actually really good. I did a sponsored video on it, and I had a blast playing that. I was playing the heck out of that game. I thought it was really fun. It's got great controls, runs at 4K 60. Just a fantastic game overall, man. Just a fantastic game. Um, so yeah, I enjoyed it quite a bit when it came out. What's up, D Money? Did I play it on Switch 2? Yeah, I did a video for Switch 2. Yes, I did a sponsored video on Switch 2. You didn't see the vid? Oh man, hit the notification bell, guys. Hit the notification. I did a sponsored vid on Yakuza 0. I was amazed at the scores for DK Bananza on Metacritic. I was even more shocked that IGN gave it a 10 out of 10. They gave Switch 2 a 7 out of 10. I was thinking the score is 86. I don't know why you guys are relating things that don't relate to each other. That makes no sense. Even if they give the system a 7 out of 10, first of all, it's a different reviewer, so it doesn't really matter at that. But just giving a system a review score doesn't mean that the games are going to follow in the line of the review score. That makes zero sense. That makes no sense whatsoever. So I don't understand why are you associating the score of the system from somebody that's not reviewing games, he's just reviewing the system to the games. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make any sense. You know? I don't know why you relate those two. Help me out with the logic though. Somebody help me with the logic. You know. But yeah. No, I don't think Donkey Kong Bonanza is gonna win Keeley Game of the Year award. Will it be my game of the year? I gotta play it. I gotta play it and see. I don't know if it will be. Expedition 33 still my front runner right now, but we'll see. We'll see about Donkey Kong. So yeah. Every chapter ends with a cliffhanger. Yeah, it's good stuff. It keeps you excited for the next thing. You know? When he or she shows up places, I don't want to pressure their gender. The hell are you talking about? When he or she shows up places, I don't want to pressure their gender. What are you talking about? Masuda's my personal goat. I also was blown away with the opening movie of Chrono Cross, that music, and then moving to the underwater footage with that music. Yes, Chrono Cross, still one of the greatest soundtracks, man. Very good stuff. So, very, very, very good stuff. Exactly. They're not even the same reviewers. IGN, GameSpot, etc. Not a single person. Yeah, and once again, reviewing a system is not the same as reviewing a game. A game doesn't matter. Like, you can have a system that you don't like, but a game that's good on the system. Like, people hated the Wii U. That got terrible reviews. But they still reviewed some games high. So, like, a review of the system does not blanket every single game, you know? Streamlabs, and I said I presume their gender. Oh, okay. It's all good. Shoutouts. Or not shoutouts. Ooh, that's a bad joke. somebody made a Caitlin Clark joke, and yeah, I guess at the ESPY Awards, yeah, that's not a good joke. Time Scars, yeah, Time Scars is a masterpiece. It's a masterpiece for sure. It's a very, 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 very good game. Very good game. I was just bringing it up. Wasn't trying to start anything. Oh, I know that you're not. It just doesn't make any sense, you know, to somehow relate those two, the review of the system and a review of a game. That's all. Saboteurs with the $5.
I can't get over how good BOTW is on Switch 2.
Yes, sir.
I haven't been able to put it down. I'm about 12 hours into master mode now. Once I get done with DK, I will be going back to it. Yeah, that's what I said, Cybertaurus, that Breath of the Wild is going to be a buffer game. So after I'm done with, like, the games that I want to play, that like I 100% it, or I get whatever, all the banana gems and stuff, whatever the case is, like, then I'm going to go, like, I'm like, okay, I'll play this game in between the next big game that comes out that I'm looking forward to, you know? Yeah, the ESPYs is still around. Thank you, Cybertaurus, with another combo break. Let's go 111 on the board. We are going 111 on a random Wednesday.
Yo, let's go. Thank you guys so much for your support. I appreciate that. Tomorrow, I already have the Donkey Kong, what's it called, like notifications that we already have, but I'm going to try to set up some other stuff. I'm going to spend the morning on setting up some other stuff and some cool notifications and some, like, reach and extension goals for, like, members and stuff like that for tomorrow's Donkey Kong stream. So, we'll set something up. It'll be nice. Let's see here. But, yeah, it was a pretty bad joke. So, if you're on your PC, you can open up. Just look up Shane Gillis Caitlin Clark joke. I won't say it on here. It's actually not like, it's not that bad. It's just not good. It's not like it's anything too bad, but it's just it's not a good joke. See, I still think Metroid will review higher than DK. It could, but it might not surpass them in the Game of the Year voting for many people, because it might, you know, people just might see DK as like an evolution and bringing something back. We haven't had a new DK game in, 26 years. But we'll see. It could be better. Could not be. Breath of the Wild is really grinding my gears right now, and it's pretty hard, man. Yeah. I'm playing it on Master Mode, and it's actually really difficult. It's really difficult. It becomes significantly more difficult now at this point, you know. So yeah. Elden Ring was my buffer game for a long time, but now it's Tears of the Kingdom. Oh yeah, Elden Ring, that's a good one. There's so much stuff to do in Elden Ring and Tears of the Kingdom. It makes for good buffer games in between. You know? But yeah, 91 Gamer Boy. Yeah, I know that you weren't trying to start anything. I just, like I said, once again, we have to separate the people that review the games, different people, the system. It's very different from that. So, IGN is giving good scores to Nintendo games, even though, like, but yes, I agree with you. How about this? We can do this. I agree. The 7 out of 10 was insane. Like, the system's not a 7 out, the Switch 2 is not a 7 out of 10. Lowest, it's an 8 out of 10. Lowest. But once again, it's just an opinion, right? It doesn't really, at the end of the day. I didn't give mine a score, but if I gave it a score, it'd probably be like a 9 or something like that. It might be like a 9 or something. I don't know. Most systems won't ever get, like, it's hard to give a system a 10 out of 10 because there's always some stuff that you would have liked or would have done better, or what people say what makes a system good or not. Some people say it's just the game. Some people say it's the features. So some people say it's a combination. So yeah. Street Fighter 6 is a very good port. It is a good port of the game. Yeah, we already saw that. We've talked about it a few different times. So hopefully people go out there. All the cart people, make sure you go out there and buy it day one on cart. No, I'm just joking around. Obviously, get it if you want to get it. If you don't, you know. But it's just good to see more developers do that. Being able to transfer items from Breath of the Wild to the Kingdom helps a lot. Some items are just easier to get in Breath of the Wild. You can transfer them between the different games. Between those two separate games. I didn't know that if you can. I haven't done that yet. If Metroid Prime 4 falls in with the others in the series, it should finish no lower than a 90. Yes. No lower than the main ones, yes. No lower than a 90. So yeah, I think it's going to get a 90. I'm thinking, Corey, it's going to get like a low 90. Low 90. Yo, Uncard with the $3 dono.
I think IGN gave it a 7 just cause of tradition. Lol.
Yeah, Uncario, that might have been it just because of tradition. 7 point, or was it 7.5 or 7.8 out of 10? Should have got a 7.8. Too much water. 7.8. Too much water. Yeah, I don't think you tell the joke on stream, player, since you're better off with one of my bad jokes. Yeah, I'm definitely better off with one of your bad jokes for sure. Most people probably don't even know the WNBA either, so. All right, take it easy, Vito. Thanks for coming out to the stream, man. It's my first playthrough of Breath of... Oh, your first playthrough of Breath of the Wild? Wow. Where were you in 2017? Did you just not want to play it? Yo, that's awesome, though. Anybody who's experiencing Breath of the Wild for the first time ever now, you're like, have fun. I'm jealous. I remember IGN even gave an updated review of in 2019 for Switch 1. Did they? Would they give the original review plus the update? Zelda Notes feature lets you transfer items between games. You can only deposit 10 items a day. Oh, between games. Yeah, I don't know how much I'd use that because I'm not going to be going back and forth between Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. So I don't know how much I'd be using transferring items between the games because I'm not going to be going back and forth between the games. But I mean, yeah, I can see that, you know, in terms of maybe if there was some items that you needed for the next one, like, oh, I got it here, let me just go ahead and put it there so I can transfer it. But yeah. But yeah, I knew that you can transfer items, but I thought the item transfer was like to other people. I thought it was like, oh, I can transfer this item to somebody else, not, oh, I can transfer this item to myself. You know, I didn't know that. But yeah, that's definitely good. I mean, I think you can transfer it to other people and you can transfer it to yourself. So I'm guessing. It's cool, but I doubt I have the app. The app is good if you want a 100% Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. The app is legitimately invaluable. Like if you want to get all the Korok seeds, if you want to get all the different shrines, the app is really good. It's actually better than looking it up online because it'll give you voice navigation, like straight to the shrine, like and straight to the Korok. It's really, really good. The map updates in real time. You can be playing the game. You can have your phone up. It's actually really good for that. I have used it for that. It gives you directly to it, so it's definitely good. Ali says Donkey Kong Bonanza looks heat. Yes, it looks really good. I bought Breath of the Wild for my Switch 1 a while back. Player like 20 minutes. Like 20 minutes. I lost the cartridge. Oh no! So I decided to buy it again for the Switch 2 experience. You lost the cartridge. Dang, that's crazy. The original review was 7 out of 10. I think they called Switch 1 Jack of all trades, master of none. Also remember, they even have a pre-review too. Later they gave the Switch 1 an 8.5 out of 10. What changed from that, from 2017 to 20... Nintendo didn't have any major updates at that point. It didn't really change anything. So I wonder what changed from 2017 to 2019. That's crazy. Hey, what's up, Nick93? Welcome. I just hope Nintendo bring more games to the console, even if I have my disagreement. More games, you just hope. Well, I mean, they have more first-party games announced for their console than I think anybody else. I mean, outside if you count Microsoft's first-party games, like their third-party games as first-party games. But I don't think there's anybody that actually has more announced first-party games for their system this year in 2025 than Nintendo. So yeah, they'll be bringing more games. Cyber Taurus with the $5.
I decided not to use the in-game item transfer. I want to play through Master Mode and find stuff as I go along like my first playthrough. However, the Zelda notes are really awesome to hear as I play through.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's what I'm saying. Shout out to Cyber Taurus. Thank you for the $5 dono, man. 45 on the board. Let's go. 119 on the overclock. Let's get it, man. Thank you guys much for the great Wednesday so far. But yes, playing it straight up is also a good thing too, you know? So yeah, playing it straight up. So yeah, I'm just saying I hope it doesn't, I hope doesn't mean I want them now. Oh no, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that, like, they've already announced a bunch of games. So of course, like, you don't need to hope, they're happening. Like, Metroid Prime 4, it's happening. Kirby Air Riders, it's happening. Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity or Age of Imprisonment, it's happening. Like, you know, the Kirby Star Cross Worlds, all that stuff's happening. So that's already been confirmed. Obviously Splatoon Raiders, that's been confirmed. That's happening. Donkey Kong Bonanza's out tonight/tomorrow. So, I mean, like, that stuff's, we know it's, and like, there's gonna be a Nintendo Direct coming up soon. So, I mean, you don't gotta hope, it's happening. I mean, it's Nintendo. They always bring lots of games to their system. So, it's not like it's a question of if it will. We know it is. We know it is. And like I said, they've already announced a lot too. So yeah.
Nintendo just announced they are not going to release any more games for Switch 2. It's cancelled. Lol.
Oh man, yeah. I hope they bring out some more. We'll have to wait and see. No, I see what you're saying. Like, you know, you just want them to continue the flow of games. Like, I think that's what they're trying to say, you know? For sure. Excuse me. Just more of a flow. And because first and third party lineup, to be honest, I never understood the point of giving a system a review score, to be honest. I just want to know what the pros and cons. Yeah, like, I can understand, and like, I can understand why some would give it a score, some won't. Pros and cons. Yeah. Agreed. I get it from both sides. Why are PC and Sony crashing out over Nintendo lately? I think it's Microsoft tanked. Are they? I don't know. I mean, I do see some stuff, but I think it's the typical stuff that we've always gotten with Nintendo. So I think one of the things that we see that's gotten a bit more aggressive is because Nintendo went from like underdog status to like not competing to like people not caring. It's like, oh, they're just that other thing, to where it's like more like, okay, this is like a main thing. Now, if I go off of like the PlayStation accounts that I follow, they bought the Switch 1. Oh, Zelda's great. Oh, Mario's great. Oh, that's great. Oh, man, it's great. You know, and they were okay with that, but obviously it was seen as a side thing. But now that the Nintendo Switch 2 is, you know, more powerful, it's getting some of the same games. Like, obviously it's not running games as good as PS5, but it's getting, you know, there's some stuff that's kind of close. It's becoming kind of like a main thing, and like it's doing well. And the threat, you know, the threat of Switch 2 doing better than their, like, selling more than their beloved PlayStation has gotten a lot of these guys that bought Switch 1, these hardcore PlayStation guys, like to retreat back. Even though they complained about like frame rates and resolution and things that they didn't like about Switch 1, Switch 2 fixes a lot of that. It's a way better system for what they like, but they don't want to support it right now in that type of way and lead to, you know, it doing well, right? Because that's better than PlayStation selling more than, no, can't have that. And I know that sounds crazy, but trust me, that is the narrative with some of these guys. That is I'm not going to name any names, but that's the narrative with some of them. Obviously not most people. Most people buy whatever the heck they want. They get what they want. But if you're talking about why some of them are turned into tweakers on this, part of it is because of that, you know. A lot of them also didn't actually research the system itself and just looked at what people were saying on Twitter and put in their brain that this is a anti-consumer for me and for gaming. So like I saw some guys even say like, you know, Nintendo has evil plans for like $80. Like it's evil. And like how dare, like they went on a tirade while also buying PlayStation's $100 digital deluxe editions and like $80 Ghost of Tsushima, like having no problem spending it on what they want, you know, but then went ballistic, you know. So that's the logic with a very small minority of the people. So if that's the case, I mean, if that's who you're talking about, yeah, that's the reason why, you know. But once again, that's not something that's common with PlayStation fans or Xbox fans. Like, it's not a common thing. It's a very small, like, niche thing. It's not most people. Most people aren't crazy like that, you know? It's not even about being market leader, because PlayStation is still the market leader. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they are. Because, well, right now, and if you're talking about, like, right now with the newest games, like, Switch 1 is behind us, right? So if you're talking about Switch 1, then obviously, yes, Switch 1 sold better. But if you're talking about, like, right now, at this point, obviously, PlayStation 5. But I think, yeah, some of those people really did not like the fact that the Switch 1 sold so well. Like, they would do anything like to try to undermine it, or, you know, undermine the sales of it, or whatever the case is, right? Because before the Switch 1 launched, nobody actually gave Nintendo a shot to do well. They just thought, oh, well, not nobody, but a lot of people just said, oh, it's just going to be like a side thing. I can just play it, you know, whatever. But definitely from what I've seen online, like, and the reason why I say that is because the amount of misinformation, like, and just stuff that people just don't know. Like, if you follow gaming, or if you follow stuff, you would know about, like, some of the most basic things. Like, I saw some people saying, well, some PlayStation fans like, oh, why are they reselling Tears of the Kingdom? Who cares? What does it do? And it's like, okay, well, you don't know that it runs, like, at, you know, upscaled 4K or 1440p native with 60 frames per second, and the original games, you know, were okay, but they had frame rate issues. You don't know that? But you were talking about how there was frame rate issues on the game. How do you not know, based off of just looking at the game, that it's significantly better? You know, it's significantly upgraded. And then, like, they would, like I said, and these are guys that are following gaming news. They didn't know about the upgrade path. They didn't know, like, and they're just sitting there spouting misinformation. You know, so there's a level to this. Like I said, it's not very common. It's a very small minority of people, so it's barely even worth talking about, to be honest. Unless you're making money off of it, then it's something. And like you provide examples and stuff. But if it's not, it's not even really worth talking about too much, I guess, right? Because it's such a small group of people. It's like Nintendo external communications have become more focused on the short term. Wonder why that is. Seems like people are confused Nintendo's long-term plans, investors and gamers. There's nobody that's confused on that. There's absolutely nobody that's confused on. Here's their plans: release games. There you go. That is the plan. Release games. If anybody's confused on the short and long term, it would be Xbox. That would be the confusion because Microsoft is constantly changing their plans all the time. They're constantly going from licensing software out to doing weird things to stuff that's saying they're gonna do a handheld, they're not. Now they're putting their name on a ROG Ally, but then their CEO saying only 4 games coming over. No, more than 4 games. So if there's anybody that's confused, it would be Microsoft that's confusing, you know? So yeah. When they have their Nintendo Direct, they detail the games in terms of what's coming out. But the games are all coming out in 2025. They have their games for 2025. We got Donkey Kong Bonanza tomorrow or today. And then they've also dated Jamboree. They've dated Kirby Star Cross Worlds. But they're dating Metroid Prime and the other games for the rest of this year. So you don't need to necessarily know exactly every single date for the next 3 years. I'm not sure. Nobody's confused on Nintendo's plans for Switch 2. Nobody's confused. I mean, if you're confused, then you're not watching what they're doing because I'm not confused. So yeah, their plan is to release games. That's their plan. Their plan is to release games. If they release games, the system sells. It's the same plan that they have with the Switch 1. Release games. It's same exact plan. Trust me.
This is why everything is an XBOX. Because they don't even know what Xbox is anymore, lol.
Yeah, so if anybody is confused, it's definitely Microsoft. Because, once again, they're changing their plans all the time. They're licensing their name to other hardware manufacturers. They're putting their games sometimes on other platforms, not other times. If there's anything that's confusing, it's Microsoft at this point. So yeah, at least in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Nintendo's basically doing what Sony did with the enhanced PS4 games on PS5 Horizon. These hypocrites. I don't know if he's a PS dude, and I don't think PS guys are saying that they're confused on what Nintendo is doing. I don't think so. I don't think there's a correlation between those, in my opinion. So yeah. Hey Miyamoto, what's our plan? Miyamoto games. That's the plan every time. The plan is to have Nintendo Directs, release games. That's just the plan. There's not really anything. I don't know what else you need to know. I don't know what else you need to know. See, there was once upon a time that PC dudes were okay with Switch 1 selling well. Some even said Switch 1 even like Switch 1 outside of PC. It wasn't until all the anti-consumer practices of PC dudes hate Switch 1. I think a lot of PC guys might even buy a Switch 2, to be honest. So, hype for tomorrow. I'm hyped for Metroid Prime 4, even though I've never played any of them. Check out Metroid Prime Remastered. Check out that. That's on Switch 1, and it plays great on Switch 1. So on your Switch 2, it'll also play great. Yeah, I would say check out Metroid Prime Remastered. But yes, the vision is games. We got a lot of games for 2025. We're going to get a Nintendo Direct. Nintendo Direct is going to detail the release dates, then announce a bunch of other games as well. So that's how it always is. That's the plan for Nintendo always has. Have Nintendo Directs, release games. Have Nintendo Directs, release games. That's literally been their plan for the last decade. So I don't think anybody's confused on that. Yeah, we don't need to know what games are releasing next year. We're not even into next year. We need to get the games released this year. So so yeah, we need games this year. So we don't got to worry about games next year. They'll announce the games for next year once we get to the fall direct. Once again, that's what they always do. They announce the games for next year in the fall direct. We still need to get games for this year. But we do have two games. We have Rhythm Heaven and we also have Tomodachi Life. We have those two games for 2026. And then we also have the Dust Bloods for 2026 as well. So we've got 3 games that we know of for 2026. But in the fall direct, that's when they announce more of the early 2026 games. So there's no point in announcing a bunch of 2026 games when we're not even done with 2025. Let's get the 2025 games going, and then at the fall direct, they'll announce the 2026 games. So if you don't understand their plans because you don't know what they did or you don't care what they did beforehand, that's cool. You can just ask and I can let you know. But nobody's confused on this because this is what they've been doing. Literally, this is what they've been doing for the past decade. I kid you not. If you go throughout the whole Switch 1 era, they announce their next year's games at the fall directs. They announce their mid games or whatever, or early games at the early directs, or at the mid directs, the mid-year directs. And they do this all the time. That's what they've done all throughout the life of the Switch 1. They don't announce a bunch of 2026 games or next year games a year, 2 years ahead of time. They don't do that. There's no point, because you're just overshadowing all of your current games that are still going to come out, you know? So yeah. Remember when Xbox showed Elder Scrolls 6 and it's been 7 years and no updates? Yeah. I mean, remember when Nintendo showed Metroid Prime 4 and we went, and Metroid Prime 4 they showed that game in 2017 and it's now finally coming out in 2025? So there's no need to be sitting here and showing a bunch of games years ahead of time when it's not even ready, when you don't even have a release date for the game or anything. Just, there's no point. So yeah. It was a good number of Switch 1 games that could really use Switch 2 editions. Pikmin 4, 4K 60. Oh yeah. Actually, I think Pikmin 4 has been, was it been rumored that Pikmin 4 might be the next Nintendo Switch 2 edition of a game? Does Neil know why Nintendo pretty much did exactly what Neil wanted to do with the Wii U, and how that went with the Wii U? To a degree they did with the Wii U. They did announce like Xenoblade X like well ahead of time, and I think they announced, what was it? Tokyo Mirage Sessions. Yeah, they announced those 3 years, almost 3 years ahead of time for both of those games. That's not a good idea. Yeah, that's not a good idea. But yeah, maybe he's used to like Microsoft and Sony where they announce games like years and years ahead of time. You know, but that's not how Nintendo does it. So I highly suggest checking out the Nintendo Directs. Just look at that, or watch my videos. If you watch my videos, you'll know what's coming out. You'll know when stuff is coming out and all that. So if you watch my vids. Jose, you seen the Steam rules were updated to prohibit content that violates rules set forth by payment processors and banks? No, I don't care about Steam. I'll be honest. No, I don't look for Steam news. I don't really see stuff like that. So yeah. So what does that mean? Yeah, I don't like when developers do that. Show the games when it's close to being done. Exactly. That's why Metroid Prime. I mean, obviously they showed that. I think they showed that at the very end of last year, but that's because it's coming out this year. So yeah, Metroid Prime. We're gonna get that. We're gonna get more new announcements. But we already know the games that are coming out for 2025. Like, we know that, obviously, Kirby Star Cross Worlds is coming. Jamboree plus Jamboree TV is coming. We got dates for those. We know Metroid, obviously, Donkey Kong Bonanza is out today/tomorrow. We know Metroid Prime 4 is this year. We know Age of Imprisonment is winter, so that's probably going to be this year. We know Pokemon Legends ZA, that's already dated for October. You know, so we know a number of different games that are coming out this year. We just got to get, like, the last batch of those. They dated Drag Cross Drive for August, so we know about that. So a lot of their big games are actually dated. We're just actually waiting on 3. We need Splatoon Raiders, we need Metroid Prime 4, and we need Age of Imprisonment. Those are the 3 games that we don't have dated. Everything else is already dated. So sorry, not Metroid Prime. Donkey Kong, obviously we got that date that's coming. Drag Cross Drive, and what's it called? The Pokemon Legends. Pokemon Legends ZA. So yeah. I think Neil's having that Western AAA games marketing mindset. Nintendo's not a Western AAA company. I think he's just not used to Nintendo's style of how they do things. They do things a bit differently than like Western AAA. So everybody has their own what they like and what they don't like, and that's fine. But I'm just letting them know how Nintendo does it and how it works for them. Nintendo sells more first-party games than anybody, you know, so it works for them. Like, doing it this way works. Announcing a bunch of 2026 games, that doesn't make any sense, you know. Like, let's get Donkey Kong, you know, let's get Metroid Prime 4, let's get Pokemon Legends ZA, let's get our games, and let's get to the fall direct, because we still need to. There's actually going to be a bunch of announcements for this year for third-party games too, so we need to get our July direct, which is going to happen. So let's get that direct, let's get all the release dates, and then later in the fall, then we'll get 2026 stuff for, you know, later, like September direct. Then we'll get stuff that's early 2026, mid 2026. So we'll get more games then. So yeah, we got to get all the games that have already been announced, and then the games that haven't been announced yet that are still coming, you know. Are all Metroid Prime games first-person shooters? Yes, except for Metroid Prime Pinball. That is a third-person pinball game. But yes, every Metroid Prime game is a first-person shooter. Metroid Prime Federation Force, Metroid Prime Hunters, Metroid Prime 1 through 3, they're all first-person shooters. Except for Metroid Prime Pinball. That is a third-person pinball game. It's actually really good, by the way. They should bring back Metroid Prime Pinball. I would love Metroid Prime Pinball to come back. It's actually a pretty good game. It's like an action adventure pinball game. Like you have to, like certain times, like you can actually, Samus kind of like pops up and like you can actually shoot with Samus, like if you're fighting like a boss or something like that. It's a pretty interesting game. But yeah, Metroid Prime Pinball. That's the only one that's not in first person. What if they made you play pinball? Like you were the ball. It's like you're Samus in a ball, like in Morph Ball rolling in that game. So what if they made you like in first person rolling and you just roll and hit things? That'd be like the real Metroid Prime. So yeah. Metroid Dread. Metroid Dread is third person. So all 2D, all things not named Prime, all Metroid games not named Prime are not in first person. So everything else is in third person. If it's called Prime with the exception of pinball, it's in first person. If it's called Metroid anything else, it's in third person. It's in third person. So Metroid Dread is in third person, 2D. Metroid Other M, it's like a weird hybrid of not isometric, but like 3D plus. I think of like Ninja Gaiden almost, like that type, like an action game. But that's kind of like the weirdest one out of all of them. All the other games are usually 2D. They're just 2D games. So Metroid, the original Metroid, Metroid 2, Samus Returns, Metroid, the remake of Samus Returns, Metroid Fusion, Super Metroid. All those games are all just 2D platformers. 2D platform, like action platformers. The pinball game was on GBA. I think I played it. No, I think it was on DS. I think the pinball game was on the DS, not GBA. Pokemon Pinball is my favorite version of pinball. Yeah, that's a nice pinball game. Yeah, that would make me really sick if it was just, the ball was just rolling. Morph Ball Samus in first person rolling and bouncing off of things. I think that game would be unplayable. Unplayable. Oh, man. All right, take it easy, Casual Dude. Thanks for coming out to the stream tonight. Appreciate your questions and all that, brother. Thanks for coming out. So yeah, you probably wouldn't catch me playing that pinball game. That would be a bit too much for my stomach to see it like that. A bit too much for my stomach. So yeah. Yeah, make a lot of people sick, probably. Yeah, Metroid Dread is great, man. I love Metroid Dread. It's actually my favorite Metroid game of all time is Metroid Dread. So, Metroid Dread and Metroid Fusion are my two favorite Metroid. Well, Metroid Dread, Metroid Fusion, and Super Metroid. Those are like my three favorites. But if I had to pick one, I'd probably say Metroid Dread. And then I'd probably say Super Metroid, then Metroid Fusion. But yeah, Metroid Dread is incredible. I also prefer 2D Metroid over 3D Metroid. Yes, I do prefer 2D Metroid more. Yeah. Yep. I am in the same boat, House King. I do not like 3D Metroid as much. Although I'm very excited for Metroid Prime. But I do like 2D Metroid more. Hopefully Prime 4 can, maybe it changes things up. Maybe it's different, you know? Who knows? Maybe I'll feel something different with this one. I'm hoping I do, because I've always wanted to like 2D Metroid, or sorry, 3D Metroid, but I just get nauseous while playing it because it's first person. So yeah. Do you think they'll update Prime Remaster to Prime 4 with mouse controls? That would be nice if they did, if they added some mouse controls, and if they added, you know, 4K 60 or Metroid Prime Remastered. Could you maybe play that in 4K 100 and no, you probably can't play it. No, you can't play it in 4K 120, but 4K 60 or like 100, like 1080p 120 FPS. So yeah, I think they might update it. They might do updates for a lot of stuff, right? And they also might give us Metroid Prime 2 and 3 at this next Direct. There's a very high chance that Metroid Prime 2 and 3 get announced at this next Direct, finally, you know? So yeah. Very, very good chance. Metroid Dread is better than Super Metroid. That's my honest take. It is better than Super Metroid because the controls in the game absolutely crush Super Metroid. Super Metroid has some, you know, Super Metroid's very good, and it's, maybe you can say maybe it's got some atmosphere over it or some other things like certain boss fights. Okay, I get that, but the controls of Super Metroid just aren't as good because it's just limitations combined with them figuring out things. Like wall jumping in Super Metroid is a nightmare, and I don't know why it's a nightmare, but it's a nightmare to wall jump in Super Metroid. Like, it's really weird, and yeah, you can get it, but a lot of times you can't, and I don't even know why it doesn't work half the time. But wall flipping just is really weird in Super Metroid, the original Super Metroid. I don't know if the emulated ones fixed it or not. I'm not sure if they did, but yeah, the wall jumping's terrible. In Metroid Dread, it's much better. The controls are just a lot better. Like, you have, like, the rotation controls, like, to shoot. Like, Metroid Dread just plays a lot better. You know, so yeah. NSO or purchase for Switch 2 and 3? That's a good question. Switch, it can't really be NSO for 2 and 3 because 3 is a Wii game and there is no Wii NSO. So it'd have to be, like, an actual release. Like, it'd have to be a release. So yeah. So those Emmys, though, those were next level. Yes, the Emmys were really good. And that's what made the game, like, the gimmick of the game so well done, was the Emmys in there. And, like, the fact that, like, they would hunt you down and, like, there was different types and stuff like that. It actually provided some, like, really nerve-wracking moments, like, with the Emmys. It really did provide some nerve-wracking moments overall. So yeah. Absolutely. So yeah. Metroid Dread is very good side scroller. I love the invisible phantom suit wearing the avoid the lasers and hide from enemies. Oh yeah, the phantom suit's very good. I know dude, I was getting cooked. I don't know how many times I died, but I got cooked so many times at first because I was just bad at pairing the Emmys. But yeah, I think if I played it now because of my Expedition 33 gameplay, I think I'd have no problem cooking those Emmys now. Like, if they got me pairing their attacks, I think my Expedition 33 gameplay would help me with that. Super Metroid just feels slow and floaty, whereas Dread feels quick and snappy. Yeah, it does. You're right about that. Like I said, the controls and the movement are just way better in Metroid Dread. It plays just way better. So yeah, absolutely. But all right, guys, we have hit our time here. Thank you guys so much. 3 hours flies by when you're having fun. We've been having so much fun talking about Donkey Kong and talking about everything. I can't believe 3 hours just zip by like that. Can you guys? That is crazy. I feel like I just started streaming, man. But all right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up here. I had 2 new videos today. I had a Donkey Kong Bonanza review roundup. So check out the Donkey Kong Bonanza review roundup. If you haven't seen that, check that out. It's pretty good. And then also check out the what's it called? Check out my new video that I had about the updates that just hit for the Switch 2. So we've got some good stuff on both boards, you know, overall. 2 good videos for today. I'm going to try to pump out more content for you guys as much as possible. Waking up earlier, eating healthier, getting my workouts in. So that's the reason why sometimes you're getting 2 videos, is because I'm just waking up early and getting a lot of stuff done now. So changing up my sleep schedule a little bit. So I'm going to relax tonight. I'm going to relax, probably play some more Fantasian Neo Dimension. Get ready for Donkey Kong. I'll probably do some Donkey Kong notifications and stuff for tonight, maybe. We'll see. I'm going to get plenty of sleep, though. I'm going to go to sleep early. Probably in the next few hours, I'll go to sleep, wake up in the morning, get work done, get you guys a new update videos on whatever is popping. We'll probably get an update on Donkey Kong, like the review score, so we'll probably do that. So if it's still at 91, I'll do an update talking about that. Then we'll go over other gaming news that dropped tonight. So we'll talk about that as well. So it's going to be a good week, man. I'm excited. So it's going to be a fun week. So check out my most recent video. If you have not seen my most recent video, watch it. My 2 most recent videos. Check out those vids. Donkey Kong is great. It's a fantastic game. So have fun with that. For those who are playing tonight, have fun with that. And yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow around the same time. We got the Donkey Kong Bonanza stream. We got a sponsored stream for Donkey Kong Bonanza, so that's going to be a ton of fun. So look out for that, and the giveaways that are going down as well. So, all right, guys, love y'all so much. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for being GOATs, awesome, greatest of all time. Let's go. So I appreciate it. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Donkey Kong Bonanza. stream. All right, guys. Love y'all. Peace out. Oh, Metroid Zero Mission is incredible. I love that one, too. That one actually plays really, really good and crushes the original Metroid game. It's a remake of the original with some added extra, like, expansion content with Zero Suit Samus. That one is fantastic. I might like that one more than Metroid Fusion. But I love Metroid Fusion, too, because you absorb the SAX stuff. Like, that stuff is so good. So, yeah, 2D Metroid is goated, man. Good stuff. Those are on the NSO, too. I think one of the... Are both GBA games on the NSO? They both might be, but I know that, like, you know, you can play a lot of the 2D ones on there, so. Yo, shoutouts Dane Gonzalez. Yo, appreciate you, brother. Thanks for coming out to the stream tonight. Monato Mario, thank you guys so much for the support. Love y'all so much. Big love to Cybertorch. And the stream is the Hokage and Stream Ninja. Hey, yo, we going. Andy. Shoutouts to Vadsen as well. Appreciate you guys. Both on NSO. There you go. Both on NSO. So, go check out the Metroid games as well. So, all right, guys. Love y'all so much. We'll see you guys for the next one. Peace out, home.